Hey y'all, let's see who up. Cause I want to talk about College Hill. Cause I had to watch 2 episodes at one time, and somebody got to talk about this with me. I need emotional support. Okay, too much went on this episode. I got questions. I need answers, and let's talk. It's a few of us that's not in bed and not running the streets tonight. Okay, so we're gonna talk about it. Bianca Edwards, what's up, girl? I'm so glad you're here. Maybelline, how you doing? Y'all know YouTube be playing me so hard to the left. I don't think they sent out no notifications. I did my best to send them out, but hopefully, everybody know we here. But anyway, hey Maybelline, how you doing, sis? Queen Mermaid in the house. Hey sis. Dr. Ivy girl, hey. All right, D. Marie, Marilyn McGowan, hey sister. Bianca Edwards, hey baby sis, she's so beautiful. King St. Cara, that's my nephew. Now we into something. Hey Renee, you made it. Okay, okay, okay. Fatia, how are you? It's good to see you. Okay, you watched both of them 2 episodes back to back. Child, it told that it just was too much happening. Like it was some slow parts, but then when stuff started happening, I felt like it was the Ray J show, and I really wasn't here for it. Hey, Mickey G, how you doing? You listen? I know you got to work, but I'm glad you're here. Queen B, that's me. Hey, I'm so glad you popped in. How you been doing? It's so good to see you. Y'all, please hit the like button. I know it's late night, but I don't know. I'm starting to like these late nights. I'm starting to like them because we get to have a lot more fun late night. You missed it, Mickey. Girl, it had some good points. Like, I won't say good, but it was definitely something we got to talk about that went on this show. Hey, the real RJ. I know that's right. Don't be letting them jump on this porch without you. Don't let them do it. You ain't watched them? When I got off the phone with you yesterday, I watched them episodes. I did. I'm okay. I am okay. That doesn't mean everything is perfect, but I am okay. I am blessed and I'm good. Fatia said, "Yes, it's morning here on this side of the world." I know that's right, cause you're over in the UAE, right? I don't remember. Did you say you're in Abu Dhabi or in Dubai? I know you're in one of them, if I'm not mistaken, because we got one sister that's in Dubai, and I want to think that you were in Abu Dhabi. I have to remember. Y'all know my mind ain't sharp as it used to be. Oh, girl, don't worry. I'm going to review it. We got to talk about it. Hey, Yvonne, that's our girl from Montreal. What's happening? You working? Ain't nothing wrong with working, honey. It is a blessing. Okay, yep. You're in Abu Dhabi. We have another sister that's in Dubai, and you're in Abu Dhabi. That is so awesome. I'm so glad that y'all traveled out, honey. Y'all somewhere else experiencing something different than the hell that is the US of A. Because this place is pure hell. I can't think of a nicer word for it. I just can't. I tried. I can't come up with a nicer word for hell. Hades, Sheol, Gehenna. Yeah, I can't think of no nicer word for hell than hell. I mean, but if y'all think of one, let me know. But listen, we got to talk about this show because I had to review it. I'm a Nene fan, love her to death. Child, she had her good human moment in these 2 episodes. I'm gonna hit the real bullet points. Hold on, Queen Mermaid, you sent me a whole blank text message. Did you mean to do that? But yeah, she had a real good human moment, and we're gonna talk about that because I don't know. It's just something about the way people handled that lady after her husband died really didn't sit well with me. There's my sister Nisi. Hey, gorgeous. Good evening to you. You say that's nice. I have a homegirl contracting over in Dubai. I want to check it out. Yeah, man. Get on up out of this place and go see some other stuff. The world is a big place. There's a lot of stuff you can enjoy. Everything ain't here. You know what I mean? There's some things that we can experience outside of here. You ain't watched it yet? Don't worry. I'm not gonna spoil everything. No, that was an accident. Okay. I was like, did she mean to send something and it didn't come through? Okay. So Y'all, please hit the like button as you come in, even though it's late night. So we got our little, our usual suspects, as I like to say. Okay, and I'm gonna keep trying to circulate the StreamYard in the chat. So if anybody wants to talk, you can. Okay, I like it when it's late night. It's informal. Everybody can get their opinion in. I don't think we're gonna get nobody too hype or whatever. I think I remembered to set it as subscribers only, so that way we ain't got to worry about no trolls. We could just have a good time. Hey, Candace Lane. So let's get into it. Yes, Nisi, there was some real touching moments. There really were some touching moments. And so we're gonna get into all of that. So they always got to start where they left off. If y'all hear me crunching, I'm not gonna do it too often, but if you hear me crunching, it's just chin chin. I promise. Just forgive me, okay? That's all I can say. Forgive me. It's one of them days. It's one of them days. So carbs are happening. So anyway, they start with the whole bio founder, the little dream girl, the one that said Amalam. She say she ready to go. There go my nephew.
What's up, Auntie?
What's going on, baby? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm glad you here. So let's talk about this show. So the little dream girl, she's like, she said she was ready for it or whatever, which was cool. Now, did you get a chance to see the episodes?
Yeah, I did. I did. I just saw episode 5. I saw episode 4.
Hmm.
I think I might have texted you, but you hadn't watched it or something. But I
That's
saw
what it
it.
was.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I saw it. So episode 5 was a little better and fresher to me. So that one's sticking into me. But there's certain moments I remember from episode 4.
Okay. So now I'm glad I got somebody to bounce my ideas off of. So when you was watching them when they first went in for the biology final,
Uh
is
huh.
it me or were you also under the impression that the final was gonna be written? Because I thought it was gonna be a written final only.
Yeah, I did too. That's what I was expecting.
Hmm. And so when it turned into they had to do the autopsy on that fetal pig on the
Hmm.
circulatory and nervous system, I'm thinking, all right, that still ain't that deep. It's a walk in the park, right?
Right.
Should have been cool. Um, Nene is hilarious, but I wasn't really shocked at her. I wasn't shocked at Nene. Nene is one of them girly chicks. She
Uh
real
huh.
girly, and it's funny. Like it's real funny, even though people, because she's a black woman and she has a voice and she's not a doormat, they automatically want to try to ascribe these brawny butch type um attributes to her
Characteristics.
personality that don't really go there. This chick is real girly. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
and again, but wasn't it funny? Like to me, even the whole situation at the trail ride was hilarious. That was typical Nene. She is such a girl.
Yeah, and that's what I like about this. I think I said it last time we talked about it.
Mhm.
You get to see that Nene that we really felt in love with. She's not on defense. She's not having to come in there working with people that she know really don't like her. You're getting to see
Right.
that
They got to
real
walk
side
in
of
on the
Nene.
defense. Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's true. We get to see the Nene we like,
Mm-hmm.
not the one that's on the defense. Because not to get too much off into the social commentary aspect, but that's what happens with black women a lot. Like people will attack, 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 and then when we respond, you a monster, you masculine, you aggressive, you intimidate.
Right.
It's like, what the hell? You done chased me down with dogs, sprayed me with gas, struck matches, and threw them at me. And then now that I'm saying, okay, now we gonna fight. Oh, now you're aggressive, you're a monster. It's like, come on, man.
Not even now we gonna fight. As soon as you have a black woman uh just speak up loudly and tell you to stop.
To
Now it's
stop
whoa,
doing
whoa,
that.
whoa, calm
Yeah,
down.
you right. We ain't even really gotta fight back. Hey, Dana Cutler, Miss Black and Yellow. But yeah, you're right. We don't even have to fight back. Like the minute we speak up and say, hey, enough of that bull crap. Oh, she's aggressive. She's threatening people. She was intimidating. Just like, what are you
Mm-hmm.
talking about? I've had that happen to me. And for years, to be honest, for years I thought it was due to my size. It was my height. It was my this. It was my that. And then I realized, no, you just a black woman and you look like one.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have any, ambiguous features. Everything about me says black girl, from my nose to my spade shaped nose to these biscuit lips to these huge cheekbones. Everything about me says black woman. Don't nothing about me say nothing other than black woman. And when
Right.
you are black, you are phenotypically black. Anything we do that is not doormat or mammy behavior, we bullies, we mean, we aggressive, we did. And you're right, it's cool to see Nene where she can just relax and be herself without people baiting her for them clear people that's telling them to do it. We're right,
Hmm.
Niecy, all the big bully words. Those are the words they use on us. For real. For real, for real. So you right, nephew. It was cool to see. So the autopsy, in my opinion, was cool. Her and Nene had a deal. Frida and Nene had a deal. Frida was like, she gonna do the cut, and Nene gonna do all the writing. I thought that was nice until Frida
That,
like got emotional and started crying when she had to crack that skull open.
but that was my thing. Here was my thing. Don't you pick the job if you know you couldn't emotionally handle it.
I think Frida was doing good till she got to that skull.
Oh, you think? So do you think she wasn't? Well, I'll tell you this honestly. I don't remember being in school and having to actually do the skull.
Well, it depends on what class you were in. I was in AP classes. We did have to open the skull.
Okay, P.
Yeah. I mean, I know I don't really let y'all know, but I got a little bit of a brain now.
Oh, you no, you let us know. You let us know. Uh,
I be hiding it. I'm incognito. I don't be letting it out.
hey, but you know that's when you really got one because you don't show it, but it shows. I promise you, it shows.
They be seeing it because I
Oh,
be
they
trying
see
to
it.
hide
Look, I'm gonna tell you how bad you hide it. We see it when you're doing the funny pages. Okay, when you coming on here joking. All right. Look,
it. It ain't supposed to show up when I'm joking. Now that's when it's supposed to really be in
you
hiding.
you can't hide it. You can't. That's something God gifted you with. You can't
Can
hide
I love? Okay, and I bet you. Okay, I be trying to hide it though. If you the smart Negro, you the first one to get popped. So I try to hide that.
it.
If I didn't have to
But
research all info for the FNN, I wouldn't even let nobody know I could read. It'd be the
hey,
best
look,
kept secret.
look, especially when you're smart and you ain't gonna play to that clear system.
There you go.
Because not again, before we get back to the show,
Hmm.
you see how I say Nini's in a different surrounding, and you see her. Kenya Moore
Hmm.
showed us that on that girls trip when she got around them clear people and got more comfortable and felt more accepted for the first time.
But ain't that strange? Why would you feel more accepted around Clifford?
Maybe that's
You
what
know
she
what I'm
see.
saying? That says a lot to your psyche.
Mm-hmm.
It says a lot to your psyche. It really
J-
does.
yeah, that's that Samuel
And
L.
it's
Jackson and Django mentality.
uh-huh. And I'm telling you, that's the energy I've always picked up from her. That's why I ain't never liked her.
Mm.
You can just pick it up. The featureism, the texturism, all that stuff. It's just like, girl, if you don't learn how to love yourself,
Hmm. I don't even
then
think that's Kenya's real voice.
yeah, I don't think so either. Mm-mm, I
He
don't.
wasn't talking like that in Detroit.
No, not at all. But what I think is, like you say, before we get back to the show, I feel like that sister really got a lot more to her, and she not letting it out. Like
Mm.
honestly, if she ever just like really surgically remove that stick from her butt and let herself just free, let herself loose, I think a lot more people would genuinely like her, not just people who gotta pretend not to see the BS and the lies. But I
Mm.
think she could really have people genuinely relate to her and connect with her if she would actually show us who the hell her is.
Right. And
Where
she
the real
probably
Slim
don't know.
Shady stand up.
Sad
I'm
thing
just
is she
saying.
probably don't. She probably never has discovered the real her. She probably been in hiding since
Ooh,
adolescence.
probably so. Probably so. And it ain't a knock. It's just being real. It's a lot of sisters
Hmm.
that's going through that for different reasons. So hopefully one day, like I said, we saw Drunk Kenya, and I'm listen. I like Drunk Kenya. Hey, Escrow Marty, what's up,
What's
boo?
up? What's up, twin bro?
You working or you free? Cause what you got? What you got? But listen, so that happened. Like I say, Nene was doing the right and she was good with that. But I thought Nene was sweet in that moment too when Frida broke down and started crying because she was like,
Hmm.
look, we'll just fail. You did good until that point. You know what I'm saying? We'll just fail this part. It ain't that deep. We'll fail it. Are you working? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I thought that was sweet. Like that was some real, like that was real love right there in that moment. It wasn't like, oh well, you got to get it done or somebody got to help us. Like she immediately went to, we'll just fail this right here. Don't worry about that. If it's gonna make you cry, don't do that.
Yeah, that was one of them likable. Nene caught, especially episode 5, but we'll get to it when we get to it. Nene really
Yeah,
got me.
yeah. Oh my God, yes. She really I already like Nene, but they really just did it. Now, what was real crazy was the fact when they got ready to go, Ray J dragging. Then you got Lamar, unwashed tail, Pigpen, them sneaking into the darn fountain. How do you sneak into the fountain?
Well, Ray J still going through his grieving process, so we're gonna give him a pass.
We got to give him a pass. Okay. Well, we'll
We
give it
going
to him.
Yeah, we'll give him a pass. And Lamar is a little off. I believe Lamar is a little chemically imbalanced.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that too, because I ain't like some of the stuff I saw. But anyway, I done jumped the gun because I think the rest of it really wasn't enough to, you know,
Episode 4 kind of dragged.
episode 4 dragged a lot.
Hmm.
Episode 4 dragged a lot. The only thing that I would say that I really skipped over was Ray J's nonsense. That's why I was saying like it started to feel like the Ray J show. Hey, Kimber Monique, when he's like, oh, he confused because you know he about his grades and stuff. Like, what do you mean?
I was confused too because you should have failed.
Right. But it's like instead of him feeling like he got blessed, this Joker felt like somebody did something to him.
Yeah, like they cheated him out of his grade.
Yo, but what did you think about that scene with Ray J and Lamar? And he was like, he left his glasses downstairs or something. I think his glasses. And Lamar was like, you want me to go get it? He was like, would you go get it? And he's like, yeah, oh, you go get stuff for people? Like, yeah, Nisi was definitely a filler episode, but that scene was funny as hell. And
Yeah,
Ray
that
J
was.
was looking like, so should I ask you, are you going? And then after a while, Ray J started like getting up and creeping toward the door, like, let me just go. Then Lamar was like, oh, you so impatient. I died. Like, Lamar, what's wrong with you? That fool
But
sat there, didn't answer the boy back, just sat there looking at his phone, doing whatever the hell he was.
because Lamar ain't there. Lamar is not
No,
home.
at all. The
Mm,
lights was on and nobody was in the house.
Nobody home, and that bill just going up and up. Please, please, at least turn the lights off, please. Stop making us think we could have a normal conversation with you.
And it ain't finna happen. Look here. Man, that thing took me out. The bill went up, but the elevator darn sure didn't. Lamar had me hollering. I was just looking at the screen, like dying, rolling around on my bed laughing. It was the funniest thing I ever saw. I mean, and he was dead serious too. He didn't have a smile on his face or nothing. Oh my God. Yo, Lamar need his own show. I don't care what
No,
nobody say.
I would watch that.
Uh-huh.
I would. You know how what was the clear dude? He used to have a show back in the Osborne.
Mm-hmm. Ozzy.
How yeah, how you could just follow Ozzy around and everything he did.
Mm-hmm.
Was good TV. I think if you follow Lamar around with a camera and just got his day-to-day life, that'll be entertaining.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lamar's pretty darn funny. That boy tickled me. He tickled me. Yes, girl. Marilyn, he took me out with that one. I said, this goddamn boy. Now, what was real funny, and not just was funny, yes, it was a very sibling thing to do. And I think that's what I like about this whole setup, nephew, is that they
Hmm.
seem more like family. Hey, La
It
La.
you see the little different connections. For now,
Yes.
now if they're a family, we got to say one of them might be a creeping cousin.
Oh, that's Slim Britches.
and
Slim Britches is a creeper, boy. He's
it ain't no good look.
no, no, yeah, that's one of them weird cousins be trying to hug you too long. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, no, cousin Slim, no. Mm-mm. But what was funny and what continues to be funny to me is that Frida keep trying to talk like logic into Ray J's situation. Frida, there's nothing you gonna say that's gonna help Ray J think like a normal person. It
Mm-mm.
ain't gonna happen.
It's over.
But Frida keep trying. Like I love Frida for that. Cause Frida keep trying. Was talking to Slim about it, was like, well, he skipped the last biology class altogether. You
But
know?
you remember what he told you remember what he told Stacey Dash in the beginning. If you don't like the rules and you can't follow the
You can
rules,
get
get the
out.
F out. But you can't follow the school simple basic rule. You know if you wasn't going to the class and you had a grievances or something, you hit the person up and you can't say even if you didn't have a normal life because your sister was Brandy. When you were doing concerts wherever they were letting you sing at, if you couldn't show up, you just could not go to the concert and think that the people supposed to accept that. And anything you do, you know you have a commitment. It's easy just to let people know. I thought it was pretty ironic that he
Acting
wanted.
like he didn't understand it. And I guess maybe he didn't. If your only experience is high school, you don't call your high school teacher to say I'm not coming.
Right. And was
This
he in
is
a
the danger of getting reward without any work. There's been no responsibility, no
mm,
work. You earned nothing. Everything was handed to you. Some of us had to go and sleep in an old cramped dorm with a funky roommate
I
and run the
know.
class late and wait for your professor when they late. And it was like if it was a doctor, I know at CAU you had to wait more time for them before you could just leave if they didn't show up. And sitting there and sitting through lectures and sometime recording it, sometime writing it, having an email or call your prof on their line and leave a message so that they got a record that you left a message. But when you ain't never worked for nothing, you don't know what it is to be running the class.
Them
Some of us
FAMU
who broke the
days.
heel on our high heel shoe and we still had to hop across that mud quick as we could go. I mean, I'm talking about me this time. But when you've never done that, you ain't been on nobody's campus other than your high school, and you probably barely graduated from there. He
Right.
probably didn't know.
We right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the kind of stuff that puts you out there and let everybody see that you really ain't worked for nothing.
You
You
got me
ain't nothing to
thinking on
respect.
them FAMU days. They really do. That really
Mhm.
does structure because yeah, high school you don't have any responsibility. Your parents it's still your parents'
It's
responsibility.
still on mama and them. And long as you
Mm,
get by on mama and them, you don't have to do that. But once you leave home and you go out to the university, mama and them ain't on that campus for you.
right. And he
FERPA
got by
papers
on
or not,
mama.
mama is
He
not there.
he
And
got
nine
by
times
on
out of
mama and
10,
sister.
right, but 9 times out of 10, you don't even want to call your mama and tell her that you're not going to your class today. So your mama
R-
can call your professor. What is that?
Right.
Hell no.
Right.
Not Emily, I couldn't. Lala say Ray J had a sense of entitlement and delusion, which leads me to believe he does not run Raycon. His name is just attached to it, and con is the perfect word to describe him. Hello, good night.
Hmm.
I've been said that he ain't running them companies. Hell no. I think he picked out the names because when he went talking about a scooty bike, oh, that's something he made up. He made that up because it sounds slow. It sounds real slow. Ray J
he,
made that up. He did that.
he made that up and thought he was doing the thing when he
Oh,
did it.
yes, sir. Yes. When he said scooty bike, scooty bike. Oh hell no! You did that one all by you made that name up all by yourself, didn't you?
No help required.
No help. Look, ma, no hands. Oh yes, I could just see him sitting down there right now with them fat crayons, the ones you get them churning that ain't got sense enough not to break the small ones. Abraham Monique, sis, don't it sound slow? Scooty bike. Oh, that sounds slow than a mug. Scooty bike. Scooty bike. Okay.
You ain't gonna
All
have me
right then.
laughing through the whole live, not tonight. I ain't laughing the whole live tonight.
Now we gonna get through this. We in this together. Then little Dream talking about he annoying because he be goofing off and complaining about grades. Like everybody was getting sick of his little butt.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was getting sick of him. And I think what I think was so, hey Ra Ra, what's up, girl? Yes, he said it was so much conviction. Oh yes. Lala said another one with the resource room vibes. And even those children would give him a run for his money. They sure would. Sure would, honey. But now I want to talk about this before we really get into the whole dissection thing. Because this was really kind of like one of those emotionally charged moments. And it made me feel a certain type of way. Yeah, girl, them big crayons. Y'all know them fat crayons. They can only put 8 in a box. Y'all know the ones. Don't act like I'm the only one know what I'm talking about now. Don't do me like
You
that.
don't even get every color,
No, you
huh?
don't. You get your primary colors and a black and a white. That's what's in that box. And 2 secondary colors, your purple and your orange, with 3 purple, orange, and green. But listen, so when they get to African American studies, right?
Mm-hmm.
This one I thought was kind of like it was a lot. Like that was a heavy moment. And then Lamar, I don't know. Lord, he's so special, Jesus. Um, they wanted to show them like of the space, a replica of the space that this slave Miss Linda Brent was living in, an enslaved woman, this POW. What up, Be Nice? Child, the notifications been real janky lately. I don't know what's going on. Hey, Vanessa
Mm-hmm.
Comagate. Yes, absolutely licking the window. That's Ray J's life story. When he write his autobiography, that's gonna be the title. Licking the window
By rate.
by Ray J. It's gonna be written all in crayon. But you know, this POW, Miss Linda Brent, and they were showing this space, y'all. Now, this right here, this one really like got me. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? That's why I don't like looking at stuff like that because it just reminds me why I don't really like them people.
Yeah. I try to stay from it too, cause I try to stay from it as much as I can, cause it really riles some up. It make you remember if you ever forget.
Right, right. And so they showing this space, this 9 by 7 by 3 space, like basically like a crawl space under somebody's house, but smaller. Imagine that. This lady had to stay in there to get away from this rapacious human trafficker by the name of Dr. Flint. And,
Yeah.
and she had to live in that space in complete dark for 7 years to avoid that monster. Imagine that.
Mm.
And so Slim, Dream, and Lamar, they all went into the space to kind of, experience it. I knew Nene wasn't going, not the girly girl. She
Uh-huh.
was not getting down there on that floor. That wasn't happening. I could have told them that. Now, Lamar, this is where Lamar just really, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like you see him and you kind of see that, baby, you've been letting people take advantage of you, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
I felt that in that moment because he was like, this class is helping him to understand what being black is. Negro, ain't you been black
Mm.
your whole life?
And how old is Lamar? In his 40s?
He gotta be.
Yeah, that but really it made me laugh at first, and then it made me kind of look back and, like you say, like, wow, you've been taken advantage of. And it's sad that you have a 40-year-old man that's saying, this experience, this one singular experience in this 40 years, has helped him to
To
realize what being
understand
black.
what it means to be black.
And
And
you
you know
got
what
black
else that said
children.
to me? See, this is
What?
one of the things you say he's been, but this is what I'm getting at, rah rah. Had his mama been talking that black talk to him, he probably wouldn't have never
Hmm.
been caught with them whores in the first place.
Amen.
And the truth of the matter, and the part that's so heartbreaking, is like it made me take a look at myself and like, dial back the judgment a little bit, because I had to realize, okay, there's a certain amount of privilege in our community too, whether you know it or not, whether we want to acknowledge it or not.
Mm.
There is. It's a certain amount of privilege. Some of us have the privilege of belonging to a certain set of black folks that don't live his life, and we that's not our story. Some of us have always had the knowledge of self. Some of us have always had
Hmm.
roots in a culture. Some of us came from families with legacies of education, um, even affiliations of D9 or Prince Hall or Eastern Star or whatever. So some of us come
Hmm.
from like, you know, real strong black tradition. And I think that we kind of, and myself included, if we're not careful, we'll find ourselves looking down on people like the Lamars in the world.
Mm.
Like, how, we looking at them like, you self-hating thing, you. And it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
that might be true. But I think some of that's happening because, let's face it, all of us know that when the HBCUs, you got to take your African American studies. Like, it's a mandatory course,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
that's just what it is. But when okay, let's just say you are a Lamar. You go to college based on your athletic ability. You go to the college that offer you a full ride and give you the better chance to get to a professional league where you can make big, big money. That's usually not going to be a black college, right? You're going to end up at a PWI.
Right.
African American studies, not mandatory, not a priority. Learning your history, anything about who you are, where you come from, your roots, is not a part of your reality.
Hmm.
And let's face it, a lot of them dudes don't come from those kind of homes that have any type of conscious or revolutionary teaching. So it's like this. It's kind of like they being set up, and then once they make this money, they send them out there to the wolves, and them clear folks waiting on them to take advantage of them. And it was like in that moment, it was like, yo, this dude has been taken advantage of.
And you know what? You teaching me right now because I kind of, until you just said that, I kind of overlooked the fact that from the time I was born, my grandfather, who really stepped up and was a male figure for us, he was a Pan Africanist,
That's
and
what I'm saying.
on the other
Like,
side of the family, they were pushing, the Nation of Islam and stuff. So we were really pro-black
mm-hmm.
families. And I do sometimes cast that judgment at something like, look at
Yep.
this coon,
And it's
you know.
real easy to pass that judgment because we know what the truth is, and it's second
Hmm.
nature to us. And sometimes it's easy to forget that it ain't second nature to everybody.
Right.
It's easy for us to forget that. Those of us who grew up in those type homes, hey Tara Hill, um, right, they push them through with no education at all.
Yeah.
And what's ill is that a lot of us also had the privilege of having families that were reputable, well thought of, at least in our own communities. You had the
Hmm.
ability that if one of us got in a little bit of trouble and it wasn't so heavy that they couldn't help you, you knew you had help. You knew the preachers and everybody was going to come out, sign papers, and do
Yep.
whatever to get you out of your crap. And I think we forget that there's a certain amount of privilege in our community too for certain ones of us. And I think we like to overlook it and pretend it don't exist.
But see,
But it
the clear
does.
people like to use that they
Uh-huh.
can't is non-applicable for them. We
Right.
don't it that privilege you talking about is something within our community that only affects those of our community.
Exactly. But even though it is limited, ain't no point in us pretending like it don't exist now. Because then we
Right.
acting like them clear people.
Yeah, you're lying at this point.
Then
Yeah.
you lying. Then you lying. When you not being real about the fact that, you know what, that's not my story. I didn't have to, while I did play basketball and run track, I didn't have to do that to go to school.
Mm-hmm.
It was understood and expected that I was going to go to school.
Right. Right after you got
There
out of high
was
school.
no, I'm crossing my fingers and hoping for a scholarship, whether I got one or not, which I did get some scholarship money, but whether I did or didn't, Emma and Phil was going to make sure Seanitra went to school.
Mm.
And I think we overlook stuff. So in that moment, I was looking at Lamar like, dang, that was like that wake up call, like, girl, don't judge these people. For him to be at that age and just be talking about it's helping me understand what it means to be black, I was like, yo, that's heavy.
Mm.
That was a heavy moment. Like, I don't know if everybody took it the way I took it, but that was heavy to me. For real. And then he was like, and the importance of it and the strength of it. It was like you could almost see a light bulb come on behind his little eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it shows you how vulnerable of a black man he was
Yeah.
stepping into that relationship when he went in with them Kardashians.
Mm-hmm.
I know he was used and abused.
Absolutely. And the thing is, I think we look at a lot of these cats and we start to view them through the eyes of the oppressor, to the extent that we're looking at like, you're large, you have money, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't see that they can be victimized too. But now we're looking at the facts that they're absolutely victimized.
Mm-hmm.
And it really made me feel bad. Like, this whole show got me feeling so bad for Lamar. I don't know whether to fix him a pot of greens, give him a hug. Well, he would have to get a bath before I could hug him, but something
Uh,
like that.
yeah, fix him some oxtails because he might have only had the Iggy Azalea oxtails. Fix him
Lord
some
have
oxtails.
mercy. We mess around to give him some real oxtails. He gonna come out singing Negro spirituals. Dana said, especially some of the young black athletes, as they push them through high school and put them to college, so they can take care of their families. No education. Yeah, it's a whole lot of taking advantage going on. Fatia
Mm,
say, happy they showed this scene. There's no requirement in the U.S. K through 12 education to learn about slave narratives. Learning about the Holocaust is required. Every child has to read the Diary of Anne Frank. It's true.
yep.
But some of us grew up in homes where your mama required you to read the ISIS papers.
Mm-hmm. And I
And
knew who
so,
Emmett Till was before I knew who Anne Frank was.
right. And the thing is, it's like and sometimes things fall apart. And different, pieces of cultural iconography in literature that should be required read. Before Columbus by Dr. Ivan Van Sertima. Like, there's so many by our own scholars that we should be requiring the children to read. They don't. And Lamar is a product of what happens when you don't give a child knowledge of self. Say by his choice, same way he chose to marry non-black and make it right, but it wasn't by his choice. Not when the scenario was set up for you to never choose yourself, because nobody
Right.
ever taught you the truth about yourself, the knowledge of yourself, the history of yourself, or even the value of yourself. You ain't gonna never choose yourself. Come on now.
Because you don't know. You don't know
There
yourself.
you go. That's right, Vanessa. He do need some strong black mentors. But like, for real, for me, that was a wake up moment for me. Like, Nitra, don't judge, don't judge, because this is the result. This is what happens when there isn't that strong black home, that household, that nuclear family is so important. Yeah, them kangaroo tails. That's what he might have been eating. Lala saying, in our home, it was mandatory for us to know about our history, from tribes in Africa to civil rights, slavery, all of the above. Right. But that's what I'm saying, Lala. Everybody didn't have that experience, right? So if we being real, we can't really judge people for what they don't know. They can't even seek out information that they don't know, because one of my friends is always reminding me, sis, that you don't know what you don't know. How you gonna look for it and you ain't ever know it existed?
Mm.
You get what I'm saying? Like, that's the messed up part. But like I said, this whole show is really making me feel bad for Lamar. Like, that's all I can say. Just make you feel bad for him. Um, the little forgiveness moment with Dream, India, and Frida was cute. Write down, situations of people that you want to forgive. That was cute. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't that deep. It really wasn't. Um,
Mm-mm. But it was a little nice moment.
yeah, but it was right. It was a nice moment.
It was one of the moments where they had to fill in the time for this
Hmm.
episode, and they said, "Oh, this is a cute moment. We'll throw this in there."
Right, right. It was a lot of fillers in that one.
Mm-hmm.
So back to Ray and Lamar sneaking late into this darn final. Now Lamar didn't get in no trouble, and I was cool with that because I really be wanting Lamar to fly under the radar. I don't want nobody to
Yeah.
discourage this child. He needs all the help he can get. Now the professor took Ray to the side. Now this was the part that was cool. She let him know, like straight facts, no filter, no feelings, no nothing. Like, look, you need to make contact and let me know if you not coming to class. And he like, no, sorry for your loss. No, like, boy, this is the real world. Don't nobody care nothing about your feelings, what you're going through, nothing. You have
First of all,
responsibilities.
first of all, you didn't contact the people to let them know you lost anybody. That's the point.
Hmm.
How's she
But
supposed
he
to be
felt like
sorry
it
for?
was the responsibility of his housemates to communicate that for him, and everybody supposed to fall down and say, "Oh, I'm so sorry for you." No, sir, you still have responsibilities.
Right. We all done lost a great Annie.
Thank you. Some of us done lost everybody. And you up
Right.
here acting like you can't go to class for that. And that ain't what you worry about. You worry about Princess. Because she want her divorce. Like Tammy Wynette. Lala said, I totally agree with you in that moment. You could tell Lamar had an epiphany, and I felt extremely bad for him. Walking around all these years without that education. Girl, the look on his face was like, it was a look of, so all this time this is what it really was about. And that's so messed
Mm-hmm.
up. Like, I don't even want to delve too much in there because I could write a whole paper on that, just on that. So he has a smartphone with info always online. If nothing about Black History Month made you want to seek more info, child, it's so much deeper than that.
She
Because half of
missing
that
what you're
stuff that pop
saying.
up on your phone is surface level bullcrap that I'm sure he did have access to. That surface level stuff that pops up on Google is why we got so many raccoonish Americans right now.
She's missing what you're saying. She might have came in and missed it. It's coming off ethereal to her.
Hmm. But you know what I'm saying? I know some people just don't understand where I'm coming from. You need more than that surface level stuff. That surface level stuff will have you as a whole raccoon.
But even from where he was coming and from what I was getting from the moment is, like you were saying, if you don't know, you don't know. So he might
Hmm.
have not even had anything that pricked his interest to even search anything like that. That's probably never been anything on his mind.
Yeah, because it's like you have to. All right. So how do I put it? My children, I raised them a certain way. So they're going to always seek out certain information because they were taught the value of that information. If you
Hmm.
if you don't have the basis for the value of certain information, a library doesn't matter. Like, that's a joke. A library is just a place with books for somebody like Lamar who doesn't have a basis. Like, that's so surface level. And it's so much deeper than that. It's so much
Train up a
deeper.
child in the way that they should go.
Right. You have to have a foundation of some sort. And without a foundation, a book is just a book, is just a book. You don't realize what to look for, what to search for. You don't even know where to start when you don't know what's out there and what you need to go and get for yourself. And then that kind of thinking is what has people lost. Like the whole, oh, it's just, it pops up on the phone, it's Google or whatever. The people that read the stuff that pop up on the phone are the people who can't even hold like a real deep conversation about what's happening on any type of socially conscious level. Like, they're absolutely devoid of racial consciousness of any kind.
Hmm.
And it's like, I don't want that to go over nobody's head. That was a profound moment in that young man's life.
I
That
took
was a profound moment.
I had a homeboy. Uh, he told me he did not realize racism still existed
Hey.
until the Trayvon Martin situation,
Mm-hmm.
murder. And that's when it hit me because, like you said, growing up, you know, being raised how I was raised, I knew it
Mm-hmm.
existed, and I knew that it was just as bad, if not worse, as it was in the times before. It just wasn't
Mm-hmm.
as overt.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but when he said that to me, that made me realize that wow, there's a lot of people who you know you wouldn't deem because they grew up in the same neighborhood as you, they went to the same schools as you, but they don't really understand what's going on. They're still stuck in the illusion.
Right. Right. And see what Vanity is saying is where I'm coming from. Hopefully the Black History info rocked Lamar deep enough to stick. That's the thing. It's got to be something to kind of light that fuse.
Hmm.
It's got to be something to light that fuse. And it's like, I guess my standpoint is always going to be slightly different because I ain't made no, I haven't made any secret about the fact I've been a part of the conscious community since the early 90s. Like my fist been in the air so long, my shoulders tired. And I can
Mm.
tell you that the majority, like a great number, I would say, yeah, majority, that's a fair word. The majority of our people that we talk to on a regular basis just don't get it. And those are the same ones that'll look down on somebody like Lamar that really didn't even have a fighting chance.
Hmm.
Your mama died early, your grandmama telling you goofy stuff like people is just people. What the hell y'all expect this boy to do? And people saying library, if he walk in the library, how he gonna know what book to get? How would he
And
know the difference?
even when you say library, we can all agree. I said it a couple of minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar doesn't give us, you know, uh, that he's all that, you know, intelligent up there. So he
Right.
doesn't seem like he going to the library to check out Harry Potter, Twilight, or
But nothing.
anything.
Because the majority of those just walking into that type of environment when you are not when you're not cognitively sharp and you're not
Hmm.
somebody who prides themselves on your academic prowess, that library is probably one of the most intimidating places in the world to somebody like him.
Hmm.
And there's no way of getting around the fact that your home base is supposed to be your strongest base too. I didn't send my children out and just hope that they could walk into a library and like, oh, well, let me look for John Henrik Clark. When the average black person, if I ask them, have they read any of his works, most of them couldn't tell me not one piece of prose written by Dr. Clark. Most of them couldn't even tell me who Dr. Ben or Dr. Clark was.
Hmm.
I mentioned Van Sertima, half of them may never even seen the cover art on the book.
A lot of them don't even know who James Baldwin is.
There you go. That's what I'm getting at. But then we look at somebody like Lamar that we know for a fact is about 10 fries short of a Happy Meal and say you should
Okay.
just walk in the library and do what? What should he do when he get in there? Go over there to the children's corner and sit down?
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll
But
go
that's
get
the
him a
whole
little
point,
pass to
Vanessa.
get on the
If he's
computer.
a simpleton, that's all the more reason why he should have been protected, right?
Right.
That's my part right there. If he's slow, that's all the more reason why that child should have been protected. Ain't no way in hell he should have got that old and nobody gave him no type of foundation. That was jacked up. Lala say exactly. His cognition skills are definitely null and void at this point. Poor thing. Right. But even at that, Lala, he still had that moment when it was like you could see the lights come on. At least a flicker. You know, they wasn't
Mm.
bright now. I ain't gonna say they was bright, but I saw a flicker. It warmed my heart and made me sad at the same time. I said, this child has been taken advantage of.
Hmm.
More than likely, probably his entire life.
By more than one different system, because that school pushed him through
Yep.
based off of athletics.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm trying to say. You took your sons and now your grandson to the library. Okay, so you took yours, but who took him? Vanessa say, but they used him for sports purposes to make them money. Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly. We got a winner, Johnny. That's what I'm saying. They took advantage of the boy. Lala say yes, it was like when a kid is able to grasp a new concept for the first time, there was an innocence about it. Thank you. That's all I'm saying. Like we got to stop looking at each other through them lens. Them I almost call them what we call them in Florida, St. Carl. You know, I almost said it. Stop looking at each other through the lens that them saltines gave you. God dang, learn to look at your people with some goddamn compassion. The hell? Just because them people told you that you not worthy of compassion is not true. You're human and you are.
Mm-hmm.
And so is your brother. Like that, you know what I'm saying? Like that just I don't know. That scene that it kind of bugged me. Like for real. On a
Because
deep level.
we take on their mindsets, and that's the
Yes.
mindset they have towards us. You this big old giant, black man with all these black features,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how we view him as. When what this big Negro, don't
Ain't
know about
nobody
this.
taking advantage. It's like, no, man, come on.
Yeah.
And in reality, when you start looking at yourself and your people through the eyes of the people who oppressed you, you
Mm.
conquered as hell. Like at
Hmm.
that point, tell me you conquered without saying you conquered.
Yeah. Conquered and now becoming one of the conquerors. I
Yeah,
mean,
just going around imitating the people that victimize your people. Y'all to be embarrassed. Like
but
that, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to say too much, but I'm just saying that was that was a hellified moment because it was like, okay, when you look at it through that lens, how many others of these young black men were pushed through the same system in the same way with
hmm
no knowledge of self and then threw out there for them snow monkeys to eat them alive? I'm just saying. I'm
Because
just saying.
Look at Dennis Rodman.
Hello, good night. That's all I'm saying. Hey, man, being black in this country is not a monolithic experience.
Hmm.
It is not a monolithic experience. There are so many different experiences, so many different versions of being black in this country. And if you can't see that, then you in more trouble than Lamar. That's hard to do.
Hmm.
Lala say there's something about him that's very endearing. You want to take him in, nurture him like a stray cat, but he would definitely need a flea bath first. Amen. Now I ain't got no sympathy for that dirt. Now we gonna push you into a number 10, one of them aluminum tubs that you have in the front yard with some soap and a cap full of bleach first, but he do need some help. Right, Shannon. That's that conquered mentality. Like, stop that. Rodman is a big disaster, Vanessa, for sure. That's the word for Dennis Rodman, disaster. But just look at him. Just look at him. Look at Charles Barkley. If he ain't the super
Hmm.
raccoon of the millennium, it's like, dang, these people, it's almost like the system was put there to make sure that you got all this beautiful African body, but your man is European and conquered than a mug. That's some scary, sad crap.
Black Anglo-Saxons.
Thank you, Negro pen. That's what we saw. And I don't know. I just feel like maybe he might look at life a little different after that. But anywho, they get back to the house because I don't want to dwell too much on the skull thing. Frida cried. They got over it. The little dream girl still had a funky attitude. It was really nothing to write home about that part. Like y'all say, it was just a filler. Hey, vet, just a freaking filler. Y'all hold on 1 second. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second.
Yeah, Charles Barkley is definitely sitting in a sunken place.
All right. But yeah, so to me, that part, the rest of what went on in that classroom was just filler. It ain't worth talking about. But then they get back to the house, and I thought it was a cute scene with Lamar and Slim Pickens over there shooting hoops too. That was cute.
Yeah, that was nice.
That was cute. And the fact that Lamar crazy tail, he's so simple. He out there in house shoes. It was cute though. It was cute. And he had to warm up like them first few shots. He was rusty. You saw that, right?
I see. All that's what makes Lamar likable. Just the fact that he. I think that he is just simple like that. And he is no character. He just is who he is. He's real transparent.
Yeah, sometimes it's scary, but he's very transparent. For real. Like it's really crazy. But yeah, that was a really cool, cute moment. At this point, Nene gone, and all of them decide they want to go out, which again, it was it was cute. The girls went
Hmm.
out. They ended up over at camp over on Westheimer, which is like not even 10 minutes from my house. But
Oh,
camp
for
is
real?
closed now. It was spelled Camp Kamp, and a lot of celebrities and stuff would go over there. The people would be parking. Like the parking was crazy. If you want to go to camp, you end up having to like ride a Uber over there
Mm.
and then hope you get in because parking was non-existent. People was parking all in the darn Chili's restaurant next door until it got so bad. Chili's was like, "Don't y'all come over here no more." Like it was really crazy. But camp was a cool spot. I forgot who owned camp. I heard somebody told me it was some celebrity owned it, but it's out of business now, so it was only open for a little while. But that was cute. They called Nene on FaceTime. Slim took Lamar over to 13, which is James Harden's spot. That was cute. And Slim talking about he got to get some girls. That's why I say, dude is creepy. He talking about he got to get some girls and it's stressful being in the house with the girls and you can't touch nobody in there with Nene and India and Dream and you can't touch nobody. Talking about Sugar Daddy Slim got to get some Sugar Daddy Slim.
Well, when people, that's how you know people creepy when they start giving themselves names like that.
Oh my gosh. Like you sitting up here basically saying you'll buy a little bit.
Right.
That's how I took that.
And telling the man how hard it is for you to be in the house with him and
And
not
don't
be able
touch
to
them.
tap. Right.
Yeah, like are you nuts? Ain't nobody finna let you touch them. Sugar Daddy Slim. What the
Touch,
hell?
touch him.
Yeah, sounding like a broke down Mississippi pimp. Sugar Daddy Slim. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. That
Sound
sounds
like you
like you
supposed to have
finna,
a.
huh?
It sound like you coming down the street in a zoot suit.
Yes, sir. Or a Lincoln painted purple. Like you finna pull up and hit a horn that play da na 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 da. Like what the hell?
A
Sugar
pimp
Daddy
named
Slim?
S- a pimp named Slickback.
There you go. Sugar Daddy Slim. Sound like he finna give somebody a UTI right now. That just
Immediately.
sound musky and unwashed. I'm telling you, I'm in the house with him and you can't touch him. The hell? You can't be around women and don't put your little dirty fingers on them? Lala say Slim concerns me when he start talking like a creeper. It comes off predatory. Uh, believe what you hear.
Hmm.
You heard what you heard. Right, and he said Lamar ain't look like he was interested in that conversation. It was real one side. Lamar ain't studying about that at all. Oh, Lamar, he seems like he is a very safe person to talk to. Like ain't nothing gonna happen to you if you talk to Lamar. Just don't sit too close. Now you finna be safe as hell around Lamar. He ain't gonna do nothing to you.
and probably try to protect you.
Probably would. Yes, indeed. He does give you that. You know, I ain't might not be that bright, but I'll stop somebody from swinging on you type energy.
Hmm.
That's definitely what it gives. It gives that. Lala said, I was thinking in my mind, like on Beloved, no, sir, they do not want you to touch them on the inside part. Not on the outside part either. I'm so dead. Not the inside part.
and make them call your name.
Yeah. Oh no. Mm-mm. Tar Hill say don't leave no toothbrush around him either. Hell no. Hell no. Don't you leave no toothbrush around Lamar. Nothing he put him in his behind. Hey Cheryl. Yeah, that what she said. Don't leave no toothbrushes. Mm-mm. Matter of fact, around Lamar, I would have like one of them big industrial size packs of toothbrushes. I promise you, every toothbrush I use, I throw it out every day just in case he came in my bathroom. I throw his out too.
Just replace
I
y'all
would throw mine
toothbrushes
away and
daily.
throw his away. I'm telling you, just so he wouldn't be tempted to put the booty brush back in his mouth.
Are you protecting him and you?
Yes, I'm protecting everybody.
That's love.
For real, because you got to think about it. Okay, simple math, right? You run your toothbrush down the crack of your behind. Why? I don't know. But if you do, and then you put that in your mouth, now you got booty lips.
See, and y'all want the man to go to the library and he rubbing his
And he can't
toothbrush.
even figure out how not to put a toothbrush in his behind. And that ain't even where toothbrushes go. Now he's supposed to be smart enough to go to know what book to get at the library. Get out of here.
Might be putting toilet paper in his mouth.
I
Poor
don't
man.
know. He put things where it don't go. And the reason why I would throw the toothbrushes out, because now this is my theory. If you put the toothbrush in your booty and you put it in your mouth, now you have booty lips, booty teeth, booty gums,
Mm-hmm.
everything. You go in the kitchen, you eat off a fork. What just happened? Your booty juice just got on the forks,
On
the
the fork.
spoons, the
Mm.
cups. Think about that. Ain't no amount of washing in the world gonna make me comfortable to use a dish after your booty juice been on it. Ain't nothing you gonna tell me that's
And,
gonna
and
make me use that dish no more.
and we don't know if bleach clean that because we ain't never really experienced nothing like that.
Yeah, I don't want no parts of your booty juice. I don't want to know if bleach clean it, if the brown Lysol clean it, nothing. Yeah, even the toothbrushes for your shoes. If I see him cleaning his sneakers with a toothbrush, that one going in the trash too. Because the idea that your booty juice could travel on your mouth to any dish in their kitchen, oh hell no, mm no, no sir. And you too big for me to wrestle you to the floor and pour Listerine in your mouth. I'm not strong enough. I'm a bad girl, but I'm not strong enough, and I ain't finna try it. I'm not wrestling your big tail to the ground. We just throwing away all the toothbrushes,
And you
all
probably
of
wouldn't have to. You probably wouldn't have to tell him that you was throwing this toothbrush away. You just go and throw it away after you
them, and put
use
a,
it,
and put a fresh one in there.
and put a fresh one in there.
After a while, though, after a while his lights come on.
Yeah, yeah, 'cause he gonna say, "Hold on, my toothbrush
My
was
toothbrush
red
was yellow
yesterday."
on Monday.
Right.
It's green today.
Now it might take him a minute to figure out who doing it, but he gonna figure out it's going.
I wouldn't even hide it. I would just tell him. Lord Lala say gives a whole new meaning to booty rocking everywhere. Yeah, that booty is rocking everywhere. Not in the kitchen though. I wouldn't even hide it from him. Leah, I took your toothbrush, Negro. I took it.
And tell him why you did it.
Sure did, because you nasty and we don't trust you. You need a new one every day. Now sit down over there. We gonna fix you something to eat.
and, and he don't give me the type of person that'll protest.
No, he seemed like he real easy to manage.
Hmm.
Just don't let him be around no crack. Just don't let him be around no crack. That's all. That's okay.
So we protect them both. We protect them both cracks
Yes, all the cracks. All the cracks. Every
because he
every every
he
brand of
have
crack.
he have difficulty with every crack.
Yes. Yes, Lord. Yeah, he has a little bit of difficulty. I think that's a nice way to put it. But I thought it was funny. I thought it was very funny. The fact that they call Lamar disgusting uncle. I said that's so mean. But
Hmm.
Lamar is just such a pleasant person when he ain't dirty. He really is a nice person. So then when the grades came out, now this the other thing that got on my nerves, right? Everybody grades was okay, except Ray who got the D in African American studies. You wasn't participating, you wasn't showing up. What in the hell did you expect to happen? Yes, a weakness for cracks. Now, it was a crack in his foundation. Yes. Or toothbrushes. You can't trust them around them either. Mm-mm. But it was the D. And that was okay. And he was upset about the grade, about the C in biology, which I'm trying to figure out. What did you think? You didn't even come to the class at all. You didn't call your professor. Like, Ray J was really getting on my last good nerve. Now, what I didn't like was that Lamar made his C plus in biology, and Ray had the nerve to look at him and laugh at him. Did you see that?
Hmm.
What you picking on him for?
But you know what? See, they give like they could have been both in the same class. Lamar is just likable. You know,
Right,
Ray is slow and unlikable, and that's a bad combination.
right, definitely, and hyperactive. And I think that he one of those people that try to make himself feel better by picking with people. I didn't like that. I don't know.
Mm-mm.
It's just, I don't know. Am I being too sensitive? Is the mama in me coming out? Is that what this
No,
is?
no. I just think it's the fact that Lamar is likable and Ray J is unlikable. So you don't like, the you don't like. No, it might be the mama in you. I'm trying to help you out, but no, it's the mama in
It might be the mama in me because I'm sitting there like what I do see for sure, just straight up on the surface. What I see is Lamar don't bother nobody.
you. Mm-mm.
That's the first thing I see. And that's like one of my first pet peeves is you see somebody that's not bothering nobody, leave them people alone. What's wrong with you? Lamar was just happy about his little grade. And then here come Ray J. Look at Kiki hell. You think you so much better, so much smarter with a whole D. And you got the same C he got. So my thing is, if it was all right for you to laugh at him, he's actually trying. And all you doing is trying everybody patience, but you up here a key. When you got your C and your D, how come you didn't kiki no more? Why did the kiki stop? Where's the rest of the kiki?
You got to finish it out.
Yeah, finish that kiki. Get all them kikis out. Needs to say Ray J the class clown whose teacher calls home every day. Right. Lamar is harmless. You just want to protect him. Yeah, like the boy, and I mean, you want to encourage him at this point. For me, I want to see him do better. Like he seemed like he want to do something, or like he's kind of happy that he's able to do any of it. Slim
Mm.
is like he feel like Lamar just coasting and just happy to pass. And I get what Slim was trying to say, but at the same time, if you somebody that has become so accustomed to failure, and you don't think passing is possible or even a part of your reality, that is a success for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's supposed to operate at their own level. I raised 3 children, they all different. That first one, the one that come up in here with us, she rock star, just like her mama. If she went to a class, she could pay attention or not, she passing. My
Mm.
son came right along behind her. It wasn't the same. So I didn't get on his neck like, you better get A's like Eva got. Give me the best you got. And we
Mm.
going to work with the best you can do. you know, I assess his level and it's like, all right, now if you give me less than that, I'm gonna wear you for a shoe, no doubt. But I'm not gonna hold you to somebody else's standard. Give me 100% of what you can do, so we'll know what we're working with. Lala say Ray J knows he had all his classes in that one room with no windows, so he needs to pipe now. Oh, he did have all his classes in that one room. Yeah, yeah. Check mark, smiley face. That was his grade. That was his GPA.
Not a GPA.
Yeah, Shannon, I tried because as a parent, you gotta be real and recognize that every child, every finger is not the same length. Every child can't do the same thing just because the other one can do it. They all got their own different aptitude, their own abilities, their own strengths and weaknesses. I couldn't go to the girl and say, "Why aren't you as physically capable as your brother?" I couldn't go to him and say, "Well, why you not as good at math as your sister?" I couldn't go to one and say, well, why you can't draw like this one? Everybody got their own abilities. You just give me 100% of what you got. Don't cheat me, because then I'm gonna know, and then it's gonna be hook smash. But just give me 100% of what you got. Ray want to borrow Lamar's toothbrush. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, Tara, you got me about to holler. You say Ray itchy with them skid marks and them black drawers? He gotta be.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be. Yeah, straight up. You gotta be fair with your babies. Say, and a bingo stamp for completion. Yes, you gotta get the bingo stamp. Yes. Lala said exactly. He was 17, still getting star stickers, so he need to humble himself. Sure do. You up here getting check marks, smiley face with a gold sticker, silver sticker, or a blue sticker.
with
Now
every
you up here
grade
picking at Lamar.
with every grade in the school in your classroom.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And he play all that hyper running around, overacting stuff because he don't want to like buckle down and let people see that you really not capable. And he up there being dramatic, talking about some goddamn this school treating me like I'm an enemy of the state. No, they just not finna give you nothing. Work for it or not. And Frida still up there trying to, encourage him. You got to show up if you want to show out. Frida, he ain't listening.
Well, that's a genuinely good person right there.
Yes, I love Frida, but I want Frida to give up on Ray J.
Giving
Is that
up is
wrong?
so hard to do.
No, give up on Ray J. Ray J is a useless creature. Give up on him. This is
But
somebody who actually had all kind of privilege, and you did nothing with it. You
but
tried. Hold on, Tara. You tried to erase it. Nah, I seen that. Talking about that boy booty itchy. You so terrible.
oh, she
But
tried
you
to
ain't
erase
lying though. I know you got an itch.
it.
Anybody talking about instead of washing their tail, they just switch to black drawers. I know he itching.
But that lets you know how slow he is. That what grown man get on the public platform and tell people he leaving mess in his drawers and his bright plan one to wipe better or to get some baby. He's so busy. He just gonna put on some black drawers and keep the mess in there.
Yeah, just say I'm gonna wash my tail. Like I don't
Yeah,
understand.
I don't tell people that. If that's you, let that be between you and Princess and whoever else laying with you. Don't tell everybody that you got boo boo in your drawers.
Okay, and I'm still stuck that y'all told me she left Floyd Mayweather for adolescent, for a middle aged adolescent that don't wipe their booty. I'm just like, girl, if bad life choices was a person, Lala said exactly. I love Big Frida, but she was giving me guidance counselor vibes. I was thinking, don't waste your time. Ray the Con does not get it right. I want Frida to give up on Ray. Ray is not worth your energy. Yes, very spoiled and privileged. Very spoiled and privileged. Nisi say Frida can direct that energy to Lamar. Those words of encouragement would benefit him more than Ray J. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. Lamar would be so grateful and he would be soaking it up and taking it in. Now, the only thing he won't take in is advice about bathing. Because remember, he tried to tell Nene, I'm grown. I know not to pee on my hands. I was like, oh, Lamar, no. Anything else you tell him, he seemed to be so receptive. You tell him something about hygiene, he's like, nope, don't want to hear it. Nope, not going to do it.
Yeah, he shut you down on that.
Yeah, he do everything but put his fingers in his ear and go la, 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 la. Oh, my God. They keep bothering that boy about bathing. I believe he going to do it eventually. Give him a minute.
Uh-huh. I I
Mm-mm.
do that Charlie Brown adult talk.
Wah, 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 wah. Honey, that is just too much. That's the only thing that you can't advise him on. But everything else, he seems to just be very receptive and pleasant, and he's trying his best. Okay. Ray J finished his like I say, he finished his tantrum or whatever. And India got on my nerves too because I feel like she's a bit of an enabler. Because she's like, well, I don't feel
Mm-hmm.
like he deserved the grades he got either. What the hell did you think he deserved? The Negro didn't even come to class. So should he get an A because you think he's a nice person? Like, how do these people really think the world works?
Mm.
She got on my nerves with that. So she was trying to comfort him. Hell up out of here. And I could tell he was trying to set that up that he wanted to go home and he feel like he need to be with his family and it's over for me and I quit and all that blah blah blah. I'm like, whatever, boy.
I
Then
told you what I thought was going on.
yeah, that was you that said you thought that they had was gonna put him in Love and Hip Hop Miami, and I hope not. Like nobody wants to see that in the state of Florida. Nobody. If you come to Florida, you need to be going to Disneyland only and stay in the
Right.
tourist area.
And don't record it.
Yeah, don't even record it. Just stay the hell away from from regular Floridians. And they done mess around and let a couple of actual Floridians get on their cast. I don't think I want to see that.
Mm.
I don't think I want to see that. Plus, we don't even know how bad Marisa cussed that boy out. I'm just, am I wrong?
You ain't wrong.
We don't know how bad Marisa cussed that boy out.
And you talking about screaming and calling on Jesus.
Oh yeah, he gonna scream, call on the Lord. He gonna cry and everything else. Cause we know one thing: Maurice's wig might be pushed back, but his mouth is still the same.
I found me a choir that might let me sing.
Mm-mm. I'm telling you, it was. Wait a minute, Lala said she was liking India till she had that window liquor moment. That pissed me off, really. Like, what are you even playing at? Hey, Gertrude. Say Ray J act like a spoiled brat. He wouldn't even be known if it wasn't for his sister Brandy. Sure wouldn't. And y'all please hit the like button, please. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Nisa say they did. He's on there. Oh no. I'm
Oh, they
through.
put him on there?
Yeah, that's what Nisa say. She said he on there. So I guess the next season of Miami about to be whack as hell. Who he gonna hang around with? Bobby Lights. A family say black men should be offended or embarrassed if a Kardashian try to pull them. Right, because that's almost like saying we could tell that you lost. You easily manipulated. Let me holler at you. Nisa said I saw that promo commercial on VH1 and I knew I seen Ray J on there. Oh no.
Who you
Giving out
gonna hang out with, Auntie?
huh?
Who you gonna hang out with?
Bobby Lights. Or maybe if Santana back on there, well, I don't know. Santana might be doing his thing, so you can't hang with Santana. He gonna have to hang with Bobby Lights.
I'm gone. Resuscitate, resuscitate me, please.
Come on back. Don't go. Don't walk into the light. Don't walk into the light. Lala said quiet as kept. They said for years Brandy wasn't a picnic to deal with. Yeah, they said she had a stank attitude with behind the scenes. And either I blame Sonya for this. Child, they say her and Sonya was horrible on the set of Thea. Remember that show they did with that big lady Thea?
Mm-hmm.
Is Safari gonna be down there ruining stuff too? Why do they
What?
bring the clowns to cities that actually got some decent energy? Why do they do that? Why is Safari there? The fact that they was bringing him into Atlanta, it was like for what? They was up
He,
in New York. Leave them clowns up there.
he
They
he
don't.
been
They
on
don't.
every one of them, hasn't
Yeah, and it's annoying. Like he don't belong nowhere in the South. Put him over there on the West Coast or up top. Don't nobody in the bottom want to be bothered with Safari or Ray J.
he? Mm-mm.
For what? There go my Miss Peanut. Please like this video, she says. Y'all, please like this video. This is the rock star, y'all. But you say it's the ATL and Miami mashup spice on there too. Okay, cool. That still don't make room for Safari or Ray J. Because Ray J from LA, go back. And Safari is from up top, go back. Spice, yes. Safari and Ray J, no. Lala say, yep, they sure did. Thea can't stand her. Yeah, they say they was horrible on that set. Say Sonya was horrible and so was Brandy. Absolutely horrible. And I just say I ain't never seen it for Brandy. Even before I heard that, I never thought she was pretty. I never thought her voice was great. I thought she was the most generic. It was like instead of Fruit Loops, it was Fruit Rings. She was giving me King Vitamin, just generic, and I wasn't feeling it. Mm-mm. Like there was never a moment when I was just like sitting up bumping some brandy. Never happened.
I never really saw the hype behind her either.
Yeah, no. She
I
was a
can
moment for a moment.
I think the only time the most I've ever really played Brandy is when she was the Cinderella,
Yes, with Whitney Houston and
and
Whoopi
that
Goldberg
and
and
Whitney
what was
was the
her name?
reason.
What was the other the dude? Montalban. What was his first name? Was it Ricardo
Uh
Montalban? Whoever else was on that? They redid Rogers and Hammerstein's Cinderella with the Rainbow Coalition.
huh.
Yeah, neither one of them need to be on that show. I liked her on there only because I love Rogers and Hammerstein Cinderella. Like that version of Cinderella is like one of my favorites. Don't laugh. I love show tunes, period, anyway. And I know the like entire musical score for that whole play. For that whole musical. Start to finish.
Yeah, Mama used to play that on rotation. She got it because she was into Whitney.
Yeah, I got it because I saw the first one with the clear people and I enjoyed that one. So I absolutely had to watch this one because I wanted to hear it with black voices. And I
Mm-hmm.
enjoyed it so much with black voices. When Whitney sang Impossible, I was done. The baby say Brandon never did it for me, and I wanted to like her so bad as Cinderella. I did want to like her, but it was just the lack of edges. It was everything about her was just it was yeah, King Vitamin. You liked her back in the day. You won't even lie. I never did. Something about her was just so generic and dry and washed up and lackluster. And I never dug her ever, not once, not even by accident. Lord Terry Hill said, yes, I said the same thing. I never cared for Brandy. She was just so whack. Now the show Moesha was good.
For a while.
Yeah, at first. At first.
Hmm.
Once she started liking the boy Q or whatever, it started going downhill.
And when her brother came on there.
Oh, that was the kiss of death.
Hmm.
Nisa said she liked her song for the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack. Oh, Queen Mermaid say, oh, I did. I just listened to Full Moon. Don't let Queen Mermaid pick the music. Girl, if you like Full Moon, you better play that Full Moon. I didn't. It just seemed rushed like it was a try hard. I couldn't. Say when Chance the Rapper sample is possible, it warmed my heart. Oh, even though Chance the Rapper's a weirdo. I tried to like him. I couldn't. You
She
always thought
really.
Brandy was slow. Done. The
She
guy's name
give
was
off
Pablo
slow.
Montalban. Okay. What you say?
She give off slow.
She does.
See, I've never really paid any attention.
See, Shannon, okay, let me tell you why I really call these people clear before we keep going with our review. I called them clear because I felt like it was a more accurate description. You're not white because I know what white looks like, and that ain't it. That ain't it. Okay. When my mama used to bleach her sheets, okay, that was white. They're not white. So I can call you clear because I can see your veins. Anytime you flush with blood, I can see that. If your blood starts losing oxygen, I can see that. You immediately get cyanosis. So clear covers it because I can see everything underneath your skin because you clear. I feel like that's all we seeing is what's going on beneath the skin. Like there's nothing there. There's nothing opaque. You're just clear. You're translucent. And that's okay. Okay. No wonder Monica Denise gave her the quick one too. Yeah, Monica. That's all I can say. Well, I love Monica. Vanity say Moesha was the personality Brandy wish she had. It's true. Evie saying Moesha was aggravating, but the show was gas. Yes, her
Yeah,
character
that's
was
it. Yeah,
sickening.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, her character was crap, but the show was good. She
But it's
does
Brandy's
have funky
acting.
vibes, huh?
It's her. Brandy's not really a good actress.
She's not a good actress. Her personality is like really off putting. It's like somebody you really wouldn't want to like. And
Hmm.
you get what I'm saying with the clear. That's why I say that. So that's I'm gonna tell you something. That's why I kind of laugh when people copy me and say things like clear. Like, do you even know why I'm calling these people clear, or are you just saying it because I said it? Like, I'm trying to be as accurate as I can because I feel like calling them white is a lie. I don't really practice lying. I don't like that. So, clear seemed like a better description. Yeah, the decisions were horrible. It was all of it. It was all of it. But the show was good. And she was a terrible friend. Absolutely. So you know what? Y'all gonna make me set up a watch party where we gonna go back in the time ship and we gonna watch all the episodes of Moesha. Y'all gonna make me go do it. Y'all gonna make me go do it. We're gonna end up in Zoom with a Moesha watch party, and it's gonna be y'all fault. And when it happens, y'all better show up too. Oh my gosh. So get this. Episode 5 was when things got a little different. So next morning, Slim go check on Ray. He ain't slept all night. They running up on week 3. Frida saying everybody need to step up. After Ray first said he was gonna quit, he showed up to school the next day. Um, you say she got a personality disorder. Was that diagnosed? Does she really? If so, what kind? I'm interested. You say you want to go in the time ship? All right, coming up, time ship. We gonna do it. Nene was still in Atlanta, but she'll be back later that day. And then they let them know when they go talk to the advisors that they gonna start the intro to law with Judge Walker. And they let them know that this lady don't play the radio at all, at all. Now, mind you, after they hear this, that's when the little India girl, she real slow too. She slow as Miss Ambulance. That's when she started realizing her skirt might be too short. First of all, ma'am, you going to school. You not going to the pink. Why would you be dressing like that going to school? What the hell do you think you going there to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the kind of stuff that's annoying. Like, is this whole set of children just damaged in the head or what? What's really going on? What's good? Somebody have to tell you what's appropriate attire for different situations, or are you so daft that you really believe that you wear the same type of clothing no matter where you go, no matter what the audience?
I think that's what it is.
That's so vacuous, so obtuse.
Mm.
And it only hit her when they said that Judge Walker don't play. All of a sudden, in her brain says, "Oh, I wonder if my skirt too short."
But she has a lot of moments like that. I
Oh
what it
yes.
is, half of this cast is, you know, mentally challenged.
Hey,
Uh,
except for Frida and Nene,
Freedom,
and
because
that's
Dream
it.
have her moments.
Yeah, the amber lamp. Oh, it's definitely something wrong with that little girl.
Look, Slim is creepy.
Yeah, sugar daddy slim.
Don't even you paying for it.
Yes, God. Baby girl say it's the empty net. Yes, it's the empty net that got them thinking they can just dress however, whenever. Right. You almost to show your Sally. Tara say her focus was for the cameras. Okay, so do you want to try to you know, open your mind up to learn something, or is it all about somebody might see me? I want to make sure they see all of my behind. Can you not show them all your behind every time you go somewhere? Right. Nisa saying they have clothes that look appropriate, but choose to play dress up. It's so ignorant. Like they make themselves look so ignorant and low class. I don't like it. I don't like it. But yeah, that's when she had her moment. Frida was like, "Don't." Frida kept it real. She was like, "Ain't none of us dressed proper, and we all look like defendants," which is true. The TA came in to let them know that when the judge walk in, y'all rise. If she call your name, you rise, and you sit down when she take you. Um, it was funny. Frida was like, yeah, when it comes to this judge, that playing around and stuff, we ain't gonna be able to do none of that talking back at the teacher and stuff. Not with Judge Walker, it's not gonna work. Judge come in, she laying down the law off the muscle. She was like,
Mm-hmm.
look, them briefs gonna be handwritten, no devices, I'm confiscating them. You gotta raise your hand to talk. And Slim said something that made me laugh, talking about I could use this class in the real world. I say, I bet you can. I just bet you can, Sugar Daddy Slim. If you around here disturbed and shook up because you can't touch women just because you looked at them, I can guarantee you gonna need whatever you learn in law studies in the real world. Yes, you are. Hey, Plum, did you hear when that fool said that? I say, have mercy. He planning to get a charge or two.
Uh, and trying to
Yes,
figure out how you can get up out of what information you can use to get up out of it.
right. He want to know more about the law because he plan on breaking a few, is the way I heard it.
Yeah, 'cause he's struggling in this house.
Oh yes, oh yes, he's struggling. Sugar Daddy Slim, Slim Britches. Okay, Slim Goody is struggling.
That sounds like he's supposed to have a can of Soul Glow up in his medicine.
Hell, while you bull jabbing, that soul glow might help him with that thin and hairline up there. Hey, sometime a little activator will get you right. Now I'm just saying, let your soul glow. Okay,
Let it shine bright.
just let it shine through. I'm not finna go there with you. I'm not.
You know
Bad
you'll be
enough
ready
before
to.
people with me like that. Don't you take me down that road.
You know you'll be ready to fight them people sit on your couch and leave all that
First of all,
grease.
I would not let Slim Pickens in my house. Not me. Uggs are being here in danger. Every female he see, he got to touch. That cat will scratch the hell out of him. You can't come in my house. Hell no. I don't know what's wrong with him. Something wrong with him. Lala say Slim seemed like he come from the Kevin Gates tribe. Yeah, just creepy and scary as hell.
Kevin
Gertrude
Gates.
say when they went to ride them horses, the shorts she might as well had on her underwear. Yeah, she had on what Chrissy Lampkin said about Kim Bella that time. She had on jean panties. That's what they have for had on, the jean panties. Yeah, let's
Jean
let it
Panties.
shine through. Feeling oh so silky smooth. I ain't gonna do it. Nope. He would say protect Uggs at all costs. That's right. And I don't trust them round Uggs. I don't. Now I might not like Uggs like that all the time, but we ain't gonna let her get handled around here. He couldn't come in my house.
And Slim
But
give you them
anyway, that was
vibes.
interesting. And I know, okay, this is the other part that got me. That little girl, India, I'm starting to
Hmm.
feel like, okay, you had some insecurities, but I feel like low key, honey, you want to be babied and celebrated for little or nothing, and everybody need to be petting you. Ain't nobody petting you here for you grown. Okay, we all got a story. Now I ain't saying that ain't nothing wrong with that. People showing you love and giving you a little bit of, a soft touch from time to time. But everybody ain't
Hmm.
gonna pet you all the time. Because with the judge calling names and calling you to ask you what you know, she talking about I lost all my self empowerment that I picked up from the life coach. What did you think? The life coach coaching you for life, not coaching you to hide from life or coaching you so life can adapt to you, girl. Coaching you so you can adapt and cope with life.
But you know what? Did your have your has your feelings towards her shifted as the episodes keep going?
Um, Yeah and no. Yes and no. I do feel like she really wants to do better for herself, but I
Hmm.
think that she doesn't have a realistic expectation for what better is. I think she wants to do better, but I think that part of her believes that as long as I'm trying to do better and I'm actually for once making better choices and trying to be more self-aware, that things should be easy for me now because everybody can see that I'm doing better. And she doesn't realize that's not how the world works. And sometimes the people that are trying to help you really truly be better and give birth to your better self, they got to apply pressure.
Hmm.
That judge didn't do anything disrespectful to her. Ray J didn't have the answer. He thought he did. You sit down. Hey, young lady, stand up. What do you know? That's fair. That's the real world. Nobody's gonna sit there and just Oh, she could just call on you at any time. Yes, she can. It's her class.
Right.
If anything, that type of pressure should have made her say, instead of, oh, I lost all my empowerment, her mind should have said, you know what, when I come back, I'm going to be studied up, read up, and ready.
There
Because
you
when
go.
she call on me again, I'm going to have the answer.
That's how I learned my best. You
Thank
know,
you.
when I was brought up before people and did not know the answer, I would
Hmm.
always come and say, okay, next time I go into that classroom and get asked something, I'm gonna know something about it. I'm gonna be able to
Right.
say something.
Yeah, I will never be put on that spot again. Lala say
Right.
now I'm starting to feel like India using that anxiety thing as an excuse. She is, but only to herself. She's excusing herself. She's giving herself an excuse not to break through and do better. And that's the unfortunate part, because I still truly believe that young lady wants to be more than what she is. Even though
Yeah,
she's not sure of exactly what she is, she knows she want to be something more than that. I
you can
like
see
that.
it.
But somebody need to sit her down. Hopefully her life coach can sit her down and tell her the truth and stop acting like Reverend Ike and selling her the pie in the sky. That this life is not gonna handle you with kid gloves, baby. Life gets gritty, and you have to too. Right? She's not used to trying. She's used to coasting on what works. Honey, y'all better ask this little girl right here. I apply pressure, and my baby is gorgeous, ain't she? But Mama applied pressure, because when you go out there in the world is gonna apply pressure. I don't know. I want to see her do better, but I don't know what they can do in a matter of weeks. You know what I'm saying? This is weeks. And we looking at people that got some extensive issues. These people need therapy, real life coaches, Christian counseling. Some of them need a belt, a strap, and a switch. Like, they need a
Mm.
lot going on. Yeah, legally blonde without L Woods. Facts. That's right, y'all. Please like this video. Hey, P4S, PS4L, how you doing? But yeah, that kind of got to me a little bit, like, honey, you need to cowboy up. This ain't working. And so they was talking about the Fourth Amendment and whatever, and Miranda rights and all that good stuff. And Dream was like, that took her back to remembering about her daddy being on trial. And I felt like, I'm gonna just be honest with you. I think Dream full of crap. I understood what she was saying. I think when her and Frida was back at the house, and they was talking about and they was actually talking about everything that happened with her childhood and how her daddy, went away and ain't never come back. That was more genuine. But I think what she said in that confessional, oh,
Hmm.
this took me back to when my daddy was on trial, I call bull crap. You don't watch Law and Order, NCIS. You done seen all kind of shows. People talking about Miranda and Fourth Amendment. Every time you saw it, you thought about your daddy being on trial, or that was just something you said for the TV.
Hmm.
I don't like this little girl.
Yep. That was a TV moment.
It was some TV crap, just like it was her idea. Let's write down stuff that we want to forgive people for, forgive, and then burn it. Like, who told you to do that? Like, why would you? It's just weird. It gave weird. Like, you looking for some weird, touching, warm, feel good moment, and when you looking for it, it's manufactured, it's contrived, it's not organic. And
But
I wasn't feeling her.
but here's the thing, Auntie.
Mhm.
Like you say, you talking about Miranda rights. It's not like they called up whatever charge your dad got charged with. That would be more genuine if it was
Yeah,
if they was talking about something. You say, "Oh, that's what my dad got arrested for." So,
right.
but Miranda, anybody that's ever been arrested, been read their Miranda rights.
Yeah, PS4L said she said she was four. Why was she in the courtroom? And even if her mama had her in the courtroom, how much of that you remember, girl?
Right.
And what actually was in the transcript of your daddy's trial that pertained to his Miranda rights? Like, come on, stop it.
And why would that be a phrase that a 4 year old that would stick with a 4 year old
Right.
her entire life?
Yeah, it really wouldn't. That's why I say I don't like that girl. She's not genuine. She's giving me the biggest liar. Lala say
Hmm.
if that's the case, then the true crime channel must give her PTSD. She better not ever watch the first 48. Better not. Bet got darn not. She better not watch Law and Order. Now one of them, not Special Victims, not what's the other one? Criminal Intent, the regular one. None of them. She just full of crap. I don't like that girl. She hadn't done nothing to entertain me since she said Amber Lamb. After that, she has done nothing to entertain me. I'm not entertained by her. I'm not. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not feeling it, and
And
it's
and
just
she really bothered me tonight. When you get to it, I definitely want to talk about. She said something that really,
they got up under
but
your nerves.
yeah, because it was just full of so much ignorance.
Yeah, it's the amount of ignorance for me on this girl, and I don't know what she coasting on. Like you a cute kid, but baby, we done seen your face too many times. It's 117 holes with your face.
Right.
Like that ain't enough to keep people entertained. And at this point, them water balloons they put in her booty is disturbing and distracting. It don't even look natural. PS4L says she shouldn't watch TV at all because everything should trigger her. Right. Hey Monique. Monique reference say everyone fakes for the cameras. Not like that, sis. This girl is like she reaching. She about to dislocate her shoulder. Lala say right talking about Dream Doll more like Brad or Chucky or Annabelle. Exactly. It's giving it's a no for me. So then the mock trial coming up. Ray talking about don't nobody want to be the police. And the judge told him the case file got your roll and you get what you get. And be appropriately dressed. It's just it's sad that that lady had to say that, but she did. So when they get to the pool table, now this right here, Frida kept it real. And Frida kept it real to the extent that I felt bad. You know what I'm saying? Like you could feel something when somebody's just talking and being real. Mm-mm. I just that moment was crazy. Now I think that she was telling the truth about some of the stuff as far as how she felt about her daddy being in jail, and now he want to know about Dream Doll, like the character, but like he's not really talking about her and how she feeling and what's going on with her. Like it's I think what I took away from what she said was you know, she don't feel like he trying to have no genuine relationship with her. He only want to know about what she doing with dad and acting like she said he act like he kind of jealous of what she do for her mama, even though her mama did everything for them and kept them looking good
Hmm.
and she was wearing cheap clothes, like most black mamas do. We'll put ourselves at the bottom of the barrel just so our
Right.
children look like superstars. That's just kind of what we do. Now I did think that was sweet and that seemed genuine when she was talking about her mama. So she's capable of being genuine. It's possible. Miss Thing just wasn't really giving that. She was trying to be fake.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it was crazy. Tara says her only focus is to be cute in all situations. She can't multitask, one track mind. That's true. Nah, them booties is supposed to look natural. They not supposed to look like you stole two coconuts. No, ma'am. See, I absolutely love Frida. I used to watch her reality show. I don't think I saw Frida's reality show. I just like Frida. I love Frida. I like Frida's energy. It's just the it's so loving, so real. Um, say if he's still locked up, only thing she can do is put money on his books. But she said he was asking like, "Are you gonna do that for me when I get out?" That type stuff. And I'm gonna tell the truth on that one. I believe her. I believe her
Hmm.
because when she was talking with that, like you could see the fake fall off her face a little bit, and you could see that it was some hurt in them words she was saying.
And it sounds believable,
Yep.
as opposed to the Miranda Wright story.
Yeah, you
Just
mentioned Miranda. It made me think back to my daddy being on trial. Like, okay, have
but then,
mercy.
and that it further proves because your dad, if your dad is only trying to get, from what you say, trying to get something from you, or trying to get to know this
The character.
dream, yeah, this character, then why is this having such this polarizing effect on you? When then ever somebody says Miranda rights, you go right back into your daddy and this try.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out what daddy did because he been gone for a minute.
Yeah, he been gone for a minute. Maybe he popped somebody.
Yeah,
She's
he
a
might
young
have.
girl, so it ain't like he been gone 30 years. He probably got a hot 20, 25, something like that.
So he might have been on some set it off type of stuff.
Yeah, he might have went on and set it off. Lala say, I have to say, I wish Stacy, I'm scared because I see black people. Dash would have stuck around for a little bit. That would have been very entertaining. It would have. Mm-hmm. I can imagine Frida's show was good. Frida's a sweetie pie. But then when Frida went to talking about her situation and how her stepdaddy, well, his stepdaddy, because he say he's he, him, she, them, all them people, all of them. Um, Baby girl say the producers probably told her to say that in the confessional. Maybe they did. Maybe that's why it came off so corny. Nisa said, I felt her hurt toward her dad, a bit of resentment too. Absolutely. That's what I felt when she really kind of opened that can of worms and went to talking. Then the real came out because that confessional statement, ma'am, no. But when Frida went to talking about the stepdaddy and how, was saying like the parents be pulling them in and out of trauma and how,
Hmm.
the mama would leave and go back to this cat. And how it affected him and that the stepdaddy would do for the siblings but they wouldn't do as much for Frida and say his mama fought for him and then said when the mama died that the stepdaddy did step up and they ended up having a wonderful relationship. So that might have had something to do with it with Frida being gay or what have you, but he said he always felt like he did him like that because he was gay. But I'm glad that he had, that love and support from his mama. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like, I think Frida would have turned out different if there was no love there. So it was a messed up situation with the stepdaddy. But I think having that support and love from mama, I think that's what made all the difference for Frida. That's why we got
Hmm.
the version of Frida that we got. The loving, sweet, nurturing, you know, just genuine and praying and just a sweetheart, just an absolute sweetheart, which is just the best thing ever. And Ray J talking about I think Ray J was really starting to see other people had actual trauma, not just tantrums that you throw because you can't have your way with stuff you didn't earn or deserve. So that was kind of cool to see. Um, I feel a dream say sugar daddy Slim trying too much and like I don't want you. And she say he's annoying and you is in the bro zone. I ain't never heard of the bro zone, but I think I like it.
Yeah, the bros.
I like the bro zone. That's right.
That's
That's a mama. Mamas usually truly love their babies. What you was about to say, nephew?
I say the bro zone must be a step away from a step above the friend zone. I've heard of friend zone.
Okay, hey Red Majestic Diva. Facts. It's like, okay, the friend zone is real. I just didn't know there was a bro zone.
But see, you don't want him to be your bro either because he give me as a nasty brother.
Yeah, like dude is he's definitely a little creep tastic. He's a little creep tastic. I wouldn't go nowhere with him. I would. I got a bad leg. I might not be able to outrun him, and I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can out tussle him. My back ain't what it used to be. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't ride in the car with him.
Uh-uh.
Hell no. Hell no. I'd have to cut him. I'd have to cut him. So while they getting ready for this trial, Frida and Ray is gonna be counsel and co-counsel for the defense for the Popo. You got India and Lamar as the prosecutors. Lord, that's a Lamar got to be a lawyer. That's mean. Y'all know this boy
Hmm.
is struggling, but I hope he pull through. I hope he do something impressive.
Lamar might
Okay,
surprise us.
he might. I hope he does.
I do
Dream gonna
too.
be the Popo. Nene gonna be the defense witness. Slim Goody gonna be the state witness, and Ray talking about he gonna try to do it. He gonna really try to do it for real because it's not a real case. He gonna get grimy and whatever. And I think that's a very smart idea. Like, give it all you got. It's not real. So what's the whole? What's the point of not doing it? It ain't like this a real case and you really trying to get this man off from doing something bad. Like, go
Right.
ahead and play the thing. I think the rest of them, the emotion of it is getting in the way. And y'all know how I feel about emotions over reality. Because how you feel very seldom reflects reality. This is not a real case. This is for a grade. This is a class.
Right.
Simple as that. Lamar talking about he just want to speak from the heart. I say, oh God. The courthouse ain't got nothing to do with you speaking from your heart, baby.
And they got him being the prosecutor at that.
Yeah, Lamar got to be the prosecutor. Lamar, you gonna have to actually talk about the facts of the case, not speaking from the heart. And Ray J slow behind talking about it's all about charisma. He gonna do the Obama. I
Cause
say
he,
have
cause,
mercy.
cause.
Hmm?
I say Ray J probably watched that OJ versus the People and saw the actor playing
Johnny Cochran.
Johnny Cochran
Yep.
and saw charisma, so he gonna go and look. You have Lamar and and Ray J as the judges.
Yeah. That's what he's thinking. So you got two people, varying degrees of not all togetherness. And
Right.
these are the people that's gotta play the lawyers.
They did that to be funny.
They had to. They had to. And then Poe Frida trying to get him to sit down and work. And he talking about, I'm over here, I'm trying to play this out. And Frida was like, you need to quit playing and come work. And then he's sitting down talking about that, want to talk about the divorce and he ain't never right. And Slim like, do you even want a divorce? And I'm like, how is Sugar Daddy Slim trying to talk you through your marriage? And it's gonna be ups and downs and everything ain't gonna be perfect. And he'll know better after he get through with this school thing. And
See, but I appreciated that because whatever can keep his mind off trying to jump on top of Nene them
yes, Lord.
is good. So I say and Ray J give me the type that you say stuff to him, but he don't necessarily he 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 hearing you, but he ain't necessarily hearing you.
Yeah, he's
So
giving
I
me
said,
adult ADHD. He don't hear half
yeah,
nothing to say it.
severe ADHD
Yeah, extremely severe. Like if you don't get your point across in the first 45 seconds to 1 minute, he don't hear
game
nothing else you say.
game over.
Right. And Lala say Ray J getting divorced every 2 seconds. I'm not buying it anymore. Me either. That girl don't want to lose out because she feel like hell. I done lost Floyd for you. We in this together. I think he all right with that. Even though he's doing all this dramatizing and stuff, she might be Lala. She might be the one telling him that every few minutes, just to make scare him into acting right for a few seconds.
Mm.
She might be doing that to him as a form of discipline. Monique talking about all they missing is Orlando Brown. Bow wow.
They couldn't
Wow.
they couldn't handle him in the house.
Oh my God. Nene probably would have killed that boy. PS4L says Slim and Latoya Luckett dated on and off for 10 years. Pull her. Pull her. I didn't even know that. But listen, so he ain't trying to work or whatever. He want to talk about this divorce every 2 minutes. And he talking about the Princess Love is rushing for the divorce and just too much. I feel like ain't nothing going on with him, but he want to go back there and beg that girl because that's her form of discipline. Tell him I'm gonna go ahead and just leave you, and then he beg and cry and beg and stop, playing with the confection of sugar for 2 weeks, and she get a little bit of peace until she have to say it again.
And at this point, we want you to go home because you ain't nothing but tragic story. You grieving about your auntie. Now
For
you
two
want us to hear
seconds.
you. Yeah. Now you. I was about to say, we forgot about auntie. Now he focused on the divorce.
Right. Because it ain't got nothing to do with his auntie. It never did with his little lion self. How you gonna be slow and be trying to lie? He
And
don't
that's
even
why
know how to make it look or sound believable.
that's why him being a part of the defense team ain't gonna work for him because you have to have intelligence and you have to know how to lie.
And some focus.
Yeah, and he talking about charismatic. There's nothing charismatic about you.
Yeah, he ain't got no charisma. His charisma points are -5.
Right.
Now that
You
next
are.
scene really made me feel some type of way. When Nene got back and she went to talking to Frida about how she was feeling after Greg passed, man, I
Hmm.
felt her on that one. Was that scene not something else?
Yeah. I think if you're any person that has a heart and some type of understanding, if you were confused by her actions, because to me it explained, even with some of my confusion with what was going on with her.
Mm-hmm.
via media. It kind of
Mm-hmm.
explained to me because there's various degrees of mourning, and people express things differently. And
Right.
when she expressed how she felt in this world without him, I said, okay, nah, she just, she's looking for some source to get her mind up off of that.
When she made that comparison to like being a functioning addict, I knew exactly
Mm,
what she meant. I know she wouldn't mean actually having an addiction,
right.
but I knew what she meant. Like when Mama passed just recently back in May, like it hurt me, but I was stronger by the time Mama left because Daddy left first. And I remember when my father left, that's where I was. Like I was functioning. People didn't even know that my brain was gone. Like they were looking at me, I could manage a smile, but I was real self destructive. I was destructive to other people. Like I was not okay. And I don't think a lot of people knew how bad I wasn't okay.
Mm,
Like I wasn't okay, like for real, to the extent of like people would be talking to me, nephew, and I would hear you talking, but I would have to ask you, Humph, 3 or 4 times because that voice in my head was louder than you.
mm,
It was louder than you. And I'm sitting here like, why is this nigga talking to me? Like, I don't hear nothing you talking about. I don't care about nothing you talking about. Like, that's what would be going on in my head while people trying to explain stuff to me. Or, oh, how you doing? How you feeling? Blah. I didn't want to hear that. Don't ask me that. What do you mean, how am I feeling? How you think I'm feeling?
I went through that when my brother was when my brother got shot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was it switched for me where I would have days like you say, people be talking to you,
Mm-hmm.
and the voice in your head,
It's louder than the
oh,
people talking to
louder
you.
than them, and then yeah, and then sometime you taking out aggression and anger on the wrong group whenever it hits you. Somebody says, because I used to be so bothered by people coming and telling me they know how it feels. As you
Yeah, don't
you
tell
don't
me that. I didn't want
yeah
to hear
you
that. I didn't want you asking me how I was feeling. Don't come tell. That's right, PS4L. Check on your strong friends, because some of us be real strong on the surface. And if you knew like what was going on in our heads, you would probably call them people.
hmm
It's just not that simple. Like I really felt her. Right, Niece. It was a very relatable moment. Like I understood her 110% when she was talking about like a part of her died when he died. I felt that it was like, mm-hmm. It's like when the people that are close to you start leaving you, it's like little pieces of you start breaking off. And you got to kind of deal with what's left and knowing that nobody can see the pieces that are missing but you. And you got to kind of move through the world and navigate and interact with people that don't know you got pieces missing. You know you got pieces missing. But the people that's talking to you, interacting with you, sometimes the people that's trying your patience, they don't realize that, some of them screws gone. Some of them people you love took some of them screws with them.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? So I totally felt on that. And when she talked about the anger, like she really bared her soul. She put it out there and was talking about being angry every day. Because she said, because the world kept going. And that is such a real feeling when somebody that's that big to you is gone. You want the world to stop spinning. Like you
mm
start feeling like, oh, my baby had to go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sweetie. Get some rest. Mommy loves you. But you start to feel like, I remember feeling like I wanted the sun to stop shining.
hmm
I remember cursing the sun for coming up in the morning. I remember being angry with people for smiling because I didn't understand what the hell you were smiling about. Like, what is there to smile about? Feel gone. And then you
hmm
have to kind of get it in your head like the world kept spinning for everybody else. The world stopped spinning for you, but it didn't stop spinning for nobody else.
and that's something, that's really something when you look at whether it's Nene with Greg or you with your
Mm-hmm.
mother or me with my brother. Me and my brother were 13 months apart,
Mm-hmm.
and we shared the same bedroom up until I went to college.
Right.
You know, and so for it was already a big shift when I went to college because I was separating from this person I had been with through school and
Everything.
going to school every day, playing football,
Hmm.
basketball, and then the fact that you have these people, your mother, Greg, my brother, who you are used to seeing and being able to talk to, and now all of a sudden, you know, they're gone, and you're not able to have that physical relationship with that person anymore. That really is going to shake if you have some type of a heart and love for that person. That's going to shake up your whole world. And no matter how strong I might look on the outside, because
Hmm.
people used to tell me, they said, I wish I could be as strong as you was with because I wasn't physically, I wasn't showing it. I wasn't crying, or I wasn't, but inside I could have put everybody that I
When I
spoke
tell
to in the
when I
grave
tell
with
you,
them.
that's the crazy part. They look at you and they see all this strength, but I'm gonna tell you, like, that's the most dangerous time. When you see somebody and they're way too strong for that moment, and especially if you know the relationship they had with that person. And I
Hmm.
think that's what people see with me. Oh, she tough, she's strong, because we've already just ascribed all these masculine and strong attributes to this black woman just because she is a black woman, because your oppressor told you
Hmm.
to. All that, right? So nobody's paying attention to the fact that she giving you strong on the surface. That girl's in trouble because she said, "I don't need to be alone." I heard that.
Hmm.
I heard that. That's why Mr. Ashley Toe Knuckles was able to get in there and run game. That's how he was able to get in there with them tight Easter suits. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I talked to somebody I wouldn't have never talked to after my daddy died. I ain't lying. He wasn't terrible looking, but he wasn't my cup of tea. This Negro had a gap in his teeth so wide you could have parked your car in there.
Ow, ow.
I'm trying to told you. You'd have reached to punch that Negro in the mouth and got your hand stuck.
Sliced up.
Thank you. Your hand just would have got stuck. How little kids get their head stuck in the rail on the stairs? That's how your hand would have got stuck. And it was just like I didn't want to be around most people because they kept asking me questions, but it was like I needed somebody there like making noise just so I wouldn't be sitting there hearing myself think.
That's what it be. You need noise, but then you don't want to, you don't want to have no
Hmm.
conversation.
There you go. So you end up hanging around people that really don't have no value. And that's why you around them because they ain't got no value. That's the only reason you here because I don't value you at all. You just
Right.
here to make noise. You are white noise. Mm-hmm. It's like then once you
Temporary
get
filler.
your head straight, it's like, all right, it's been real home slice.
I appreciate you for what you did.
Mm-hmm. But I holler.
And don't call me, I'll call you.
Right. And the check's in the mail. So then we get to the trail ride, which was cute. They out there to the ranch or whatever. Miss Thing had on the jean panties and the coconut booty. Nene didn't know about black cowboys, which I don't know how you didn't know about black cowboys. That's actually kind of Nene, really?
That's a little
All right.
disappointing.
Yeah, I was real disappointed, but I guess Nene's not the most learned person and she's not the most exposed. But I was kind of surprised. Look at your sisters. They crazy. Talk about thank you for your services. Now poof be gone. Oh my gosh. I love it. Say been there, done that. Mm-hmm. Yep, good old dream out there in the jean panties. But so that was funny. Lamar was talking about he getting on the horse, but he said he would never get on there. Ray J had boots that wouldn't fit the stirrups. Like it was a real motley crew. Dude called a group the handful. Nene wasn't getting on no goddamn horse. This heifer rode the wagon, which was funny because I kind of expected her to do that anyway.
Hmm.
Ray J up there asking for moonshine, talking about he emotional. out there screaming at God, trying to get some. They out there eating crawfish and dancing to Zydeco, which is cool. I like a little Zydeco every now and then. I had to get used to it when I first came out here. I wasn't
Was he
ready.
having was he having a breakdown or a breakthrough?
I think that he was just throwing a tantrum and I want attention.
You think that was and brought God into it?
Everybody be trying to pimp God. I'm so tired of them doing that. I'm so sick of it. Like, why is we every time you turn around, somebody trying to pimp the Lord?
Well, I know one thing. I'm gonna have to start calling him a liar if the next episode he ain't if he ain't on the phone with them trying to help them make arrangements for his dear great auntie that he was so distraught about.
Mm-hmm. Well, the next episode they showed him leaving with all his bags and stuff. Then he shows up to the trial with a. He said he had a wrinkled suit that he had to go put on at the last minute. So I don't know what he's doing, but clearly he wants attention. There's my
Hmm.
Jacob. How you doing, nephew? I love it. He's saying all the melanin queens in the building. That's what I'm talking about. Lord, look at Lala. She said Ray J in the performance of it all. It was not Field of Dreams. It wasn't. But that was that build up so he could make an excuse to go home.
Hmm.
That's all that was. And ain't nobody need that. So you basically cut the fun early. Everybody up there, pinching the tail, sucking the head, having a wonderful time, dancing to the Zydeco. They weren't dancing right, but they was having fun in it. And then this fool talking about the music made him get emotional. How does Zydeco make you emotional? Talking about some of your people from Alabama. I ain't never heard about nobody in Alabama dancing to Zydeco.
Him and Dream with their little triggers.
Yeah, all these fake triggers. This is enough to make you want to pull the trigger. I'm tired of that. That's so annoying. Let stuff really happen like in a natural way.
Right.
Yeah, it's just too much. It was real irritating, real annoying. Now he need to go be with his family. Frida talking about she worried he ain't coming back, but he is because we saw that in the preview. Dream talking about he taking everything with him, so ain't no way he coming back. That was all for effect and drama.
Hmm.
And like I said, in the preview, we see that he showed up to, Judge Walker class talking about he got his suit in a bag and it's wrinkled, but he there. Just drama. Drama. So out of both of these episodes, I'm gonna say we ain't even gonna try to grade episode 4 because episode 4 was really a filler. It had a couple of moments,
Hmm.
not enough to grade. If you could grade episode 5 A through F, what you give it?
I'm gonna give it a B plus.
Me too. That's the grade
Oh,
I
look
have
at
for
us.
him. B plus because there was some real moments in there. Freedom moment, Nene moment, for sure, for sure. Um,
Even, and I don't care for it, but even the real moment that Dream had with Frida
mhm.
was good.
That's true. That's true. That real moment, absolutely.
But now I want to know is her playing the officer, is that gonna trigger her there?
I wonder if she gonna be triggered again as the police because the police did arrest her daddy,
Uh huh.
and he
Is
went
it
away and
just
never came back.
uh, 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 is it just uh is it just the Miranda rights word that's true? Is she just afraid of that actual word?
The word somebody might bring a pack of ramen noodles and she get triggered because her daddy be making spreads with ramen in the prison. Lala said, "Well, we know he ain't passed geography. Maybe he think Alabama is Louisiana. I don't know. He didn't say the SIP. He said his mom and them from Alabama, and they are. They moved from Alabama to LA. That's where they started off at. Lord, Nisa say episode 4 is an incomplete. 5 is a solid B. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely a solid B. Because the only thing episode 4 gave me was Lamar's epiphany.
yeah.
Ray
The
J
rest of it
rest
was
the
really
great.
Ray J.
Uh-huh. Yeah, them ramen noodles, Shannon. You know they be making them spreads with the ramen noodles in the prison. Or maybe if she see them tortilla chips, she might see them tortilla chips and get triggered because they be wetting them tortilla chips and mashing them up, and then they roll them out and put all that nasty crap on there. That might trigger her.
Yeah,
I
you better
mean,
not say brick. You better not say brick. She'll Probably going through
Oh
some
shoot, triggered.
convulsions then.
I'm triggered. There you go. Somebody gonna mess around and paint their fingernails orange. I'm triggered. I'm triggered. It took me back. They can say I might have to watch it. You should. You should.
Definitely.
Because it's not giving you what reality TV has evolved into, which is bad girls club at different ages. Because that's what it has evolved into. Everybody got to say
Hmm.
something rude, nasty, and fight and throw stuff and scream and throw drinks at people. And it's like, okay, I know that happened a few times in the early days of reality TV, and it did make for real TV moments. But the fact that everybody feel like they got to remanufacture that over and over again is whack. Like it's real whack. So this was cool to see everybody put together, like everybody put together, and it really gives family vibe. Even though Ray J is annoying as hell, he comes off as like the annoying little cousin, the little brother that you got to put up with, and if you hit him too hard, your mama gonna get you, so you can't really beat it.
Yeah, and it's good to see people actually, for the most part, be them, like you say, be themselves. Cause on every reality show now, you see everybody going there trying to see who can roast the other one the best,
Who
or who
gonna be the
can.
meanest? Who can say the nastiest stuff? And
And we
it's
know
so
that's not
whack.
real life. Cause in real life, the show is over after you done said a couple of the things I done heard or seen them say on there. The show's over.
Yeah, the show is over because in real life you got your behind toe up, and in real life half them people wouldn't have the nerve to say the stuff they say when they know security and cameras around. Like the
Right.
original College Hill, that fight where that girl put them high heel shoes on her hand and went to work, that was real.
Oh, in the Virgin Islands.
Yes,
Uh huh.
sir, down there in VI. Now that was real.
That
All
was
this
my
don't be
favorite
sling a
season.
drink and scream and screech, but you ain't gonna bust a grape in a fruit fight. That ain't real. Half that stuff they say, like half the stuff that they say to each other on Atlanta, on Housewives, period. You wouldn't say that stuff in real life.
That's why we can't have a real housewives in Florida in the areas we
Hell
know.
no. The first time they talking about the housewives, they made sure it was a bunch of people that had green cards that lived in Miami. It wasn't no sisters, the real people from Florida. They didn't have no real clear girls from Florida and no real black girls from Florida on that show talking about some real housewives because it would have got real.
Cause you know the clear girls in Florida, they're tripped.
They real racist, real blunt. They will really try it and really get mopped up.
Uh huh.
Really get mopped up because us, it don't matter what kind of family we come from, how much land we own, how much education we got. Like I always say, a girl from Florida can get a PhD and we got to wear a sign around our neck to tell you we got an education. You'll never know it
Mm-hmm.
because we
Yeah.
act up. We act up. They ain't gonna
Not,
never let us on there.
and you gonna have to fight them. You gonna have to fight because the way y'all Florida female mouths go.
Oh yes, we real disrespectful. Oh, it was Mississippi and not Alabama. I could have swore he said Alabama on the show. Did he
Maybe
say
he got
Alabama? He
He
said
said
Mississippi.
Alabama on the show. He said Alabama on the show, but he might have been confused.
Yeah,
We
because I
talking
could
about
have
Ray
sworn he
J.
said Alabama on the show. I thought that's what I heard him say. Now,
Mm-hmm.
Candace, I might be wrong, but I thought that's what he said. Now you're gonna make me go back and listen to what the man said. Now I want to know, did he say the wrong thing? Was he so
Well,
busy trying to make
Shannon, I
emotion?
love you for loving Florida.
Huh? Oh,
I'm reading
Shannon
the
say
comment.
she loved Florida and Georgia. I know that's right, girl. He said Mississippi. Okay, I could have sworn.
Oh,
Why did I hear Alabama? Because I could have
I
sworn
thought I
that's
did
what he
too.
said. That's what I thought he said. Now y'all know. Hold on. I got to see this for myself. Because I thought for sure that's what that man said.
Well, I'm gonna agree with y'all since two of y'all saying it.
I believe him. I'm just trying to figure
Mm-hmm.
out how I heard something completely different than what was said. That's the stuff that let me know I'm getting too old.
Okay, well that's your excuse. What's mine?
Maybe you were smoking the devil's lettuce. You said that's why I asked when was he in, because that's where they from is down there, and they moved over there to They moved over there to California.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. That's how that went now.
To follow for Brandy.
Uh-huh. Now that's what happened. That is what happened. Hold on. Let me see. It was on this one. Let me see if I can fast forward to when he pulled that fake I'm so emotional moment. They so phony.
Yeah, but nobody beat Dream in that department.
Oh yeah, she the fakest of them all. The fakeness for me is too much.
If she say good morning, I'm questioning it.
And people just giving him all this grace, and they don't need to give him that much grace.
Well,
Hold
Ray
on.
J.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Hold on. Uh-uh. I want to get back to that. He even looked fake on there pretending to be sad. When did he say it? My man is really bothering me.
Granimals.
Not the Garanimals.
Lala is hilarious. Everything she's
Yeah,
in
Lala's a
make me
nut.
laugh.
But what's bad was it's like I'm looking at this. She's crazy. Say it's still all the same. So either way, everyone is right. You know he doesn't know his up from down. He probably still has to put labels on his shoes for right and left. It's true. Nah, man. This Joker is doing too much. Mm-mm.
There's something really wrong with him though.
Nothing but he didn't get his beatings. I told y'all, cheering they need their beatings up to date and their shots.
But can you catch up as a
No.
certain age? But
Mm-mm.
he, she
If you
can't
fall
with him
behind
though.
on them beatings, you just stay behind. Mm-mm. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna just have to wait and watch it again later. But yeah, dude is just weird. He's just weird, and I don't know why anybody would ever have taken him seriously. Cause I can't. I can't. I really feel like Princess Love is gonna torture him because she was dumb enough to leave Floyd Mayweather for that.
He think that was still he think that bother when she look back.
Yes. How could it not?
I'm trying to see what he must be have a strong talk game.
How? He can barely construct sentences. He sounds like a hyperactive toddler. How did that talk you out your drawers? Like with a straight face, how do you walk out in public and say, "This is the person that I submitted to"?
Well, I told you I thought he. I said, women are turned on by singers, but then I see the man can't even sing.
He
So,
can't sing. He apparently got boo boo in his drawers. It's a lot going on.
what kind of woman?
He
What?
talks real fast and stutters, and you left Floyd Money Mayweather for that.
And I hate to say it, but he's very effeminate.
Yes, God.
He is the diva of this house.
Oh my God. I listen, I just she fumbled the bag. She didn't even fumble it. She spiked it. Like she was doing the icky shuffle. Like she spiked that ball. She did. Yeah, y'all told me that. We got that part straight. Mississippi. We know. But yeah, that thing really bugged me out though. I just don't know how you left Floyd Money Mayweather. You caught a man with that much money that don't read good, and you left him for Ray J with boo boo in his drawers. I know Floyd clean. You can smell the soap, the deodorant, lotion, and good expensive perfume through the screen on every one of his pictures. You can smell how clean he is just by looking at him.
Mm-mm.
PS4L said Ray J said on his Brandy's reality show that growing up, Brandy got all the attention. He trying to make up for what he feels he missed out on. I mean, she got the attention because she was making the money that you was living on. And she got the attention so you could ride her coattails with no talent and make a little bit of money of your own.
And her daddy too. You know, he became a gospel singer after she got out there.
Yeah, because now I thought the daddy before that was a preacher. Wasn't he a preacher?
Yeah, he was a preacher.
So I had many Ray J's pass through my preschool classroom. Yep. And this one that never grew up. He gives a whole new meaning to Skid Row. Show do, girl. He who hits women. I know ain't nobody supposed to stood still and let Ray J hit him. I can't imagine somebody like Ray J hitting me. And I know we can't be talking about Floyd, because if Floyd hit you, you ain't gonna have to tell nobody. They're gonna be able to look at you and see it.
In your casket.
That man beat people for a living. That's the same thing I said about Robin Gibbons telling that lie on Mike Tyson. You a whole lie. You'd have folded up like a lawn chair if that man had hit you. I'm solid, and Mike Tyson better not hit me 9. He old. Bet not. If you do, I'm gonna be waiting outside to hit you back with my car. You ain't gonna just hit me and have a nice day. You a lie.
Finish him.
Yes, sir. Mortal Kombat. I'm gonna burn out. Tires screeching and all. You going down. Imagine that. That's why I say, who hitting women? It
Yeah,
bet not
he
Ray J, and nobody show better not lie on Floyd and say he did it.
in the chat they saying their dad was the minister of
Minister of
music at
music.
the,
Oh, okay.
but
That's
he
still
wasn't a gospel. He My point is he wasn't a gospel. He wasn't no gospel
a
recording
singer.
artist
Yeah, he
until we
was
knew
at
who
the
Brandy
church.
was.
He was to the
Yeah,
church. Yeah, I know them people said that, Monique, but I know a lie when I hear it too. I'm just saying. At that time, Mike Tyson was punching with over 200 pounds of pressure. Robin Givens was about 85 pounds, counting her weave. And you
hmm
mean to tell me that Iron Mike in his prime hit that little bitty sliver of a heifer and she lived to tell about it, no brain damage, and ain't nobody seen your face jacked up? Yeah, I'm good on that. Lala say, let's not forget he responsible for unleashing the Kardashian harlots on us, a curse that can never be reversed. He was the first to enter the haunted mansion. Right. And
hmm
turned around and them whores robbed his mama, stole her credit card. Say supposedly that's why Nelly's ex left Floyd for who is DV? Oh, for domestics. I don't believe that. I'm sorry. I just don't believe it. Unless you show me that girl with her whole jaw hanging off, I'm not buying it. I ain't buying it. Cause I remember this was way back. He got in that fight with Mosley, Shane with Sugar Shane.
hmm
And every round, Shane Mosley head swole up bigger and bigger. That was the first time I seen a Negro head swell up. I didn't even know a head could swell up.
He turned into Stewie Griffin.
Oh my God, he did. He did. Did you see that fight?
hmm
I watched that fight in sheer horror.
Just want him to lay down.
I was like, lay down, run, leave, bite him, do something.
Yeah,
Just
bite his
because
ear off or something.
bite his shoulder, bite his forearm, gouge him in his eye, headbutt him.
Bite his fist off. Just start nibbling around his wrist.
When he get close, stomp on his toe. Ain't no way in the hell I'd have kept going out there every round. That man's head was swelling up like a blow pop. I said, oh no, don't you go back in that ring no more, Shane.
This is
Like
about to
that
be your
movie Low Down
last
Dirty
fight.
Shane. Remember they was like, Shane, Shane. I was sitting there watching that. I was watching that boxing match, nephew. I said, Shane, Shane, don't go back in that ring no more. Don't go back in that ring no more.
Gotta know when to fold it, bro.
You ain't lying, because he sure was trying to fold you.
I'm
I'm
trying.
sitting up there like, first of all, how hard is your head? That's question number one. Question number two, how hard did he hit your head for your head to swell up? I can take a punch, and I've been hit a few times in my head. No brain damage.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been hit pretty good. I've never had my head to swell up.
I'm telling you.
I ain't never seen nothing like that. That's why I say a man that do that type of funk to you, you ain't finna tell me these little anorexic girls that ain't seen no rice and cabbage is taking punches and walking off to talk about it. You a whole lie, and I don't believe you.
Right. Especially like Princess is shaped up like olive oil. He would
Thank
have
you.
he would have punched through her.
Can you imagine if Floyd turned around and just folded that girl up like origami?
Her face would have came off like one of the
Yes.
like one of the villains from Scooby Doo.
Yeah, thank you, Lala. If Floyd hit you, you know you been in a fight. You gonna know it. Hell no, T. I didn't want none of Floyd. Do you blame him? Now that's one time I'm not even finna shame him. I ain't finna shame him. No, I don't blame T. I wouldn't have fought that man either. Ain't no way in the hell. They got Mike to agree to something. Mike slow. Mike might have said, "Oh yeah, okay, I did it." Did what, Mike? What did you do? Mike was another one.
hmm
Got taken advantage of by Robin and her ugly bald headed mama. He didn't know what the hell he was agreeing to. A lot of people took advantage of Mike.
I've never seen where he agreed to that.
I ain't see him agree to nothing either. And I was watching that real time. I don't remember seeing nothing about no agreement that he hit nobody.
I
I
heard
remember
her.
at that time, all us was saying the same thing I'm saying right now. You telling me full grown men, thoroughbred fighters getting in the ring with Mike. Mike hit you, you go to sleep. And this girl, you could see all her bones. You could have studied the entire skeletal system. All she had to do was take off her dress. And she taking punches and talking about it. You out your mind if you think I believe that. Absolutely not. Yeah, T.I. expeditiously declined. And he ain't no less of a man for it either. Hell no, because I bet you I wouldn't have done it. And if you was my brother, cousin, nephew, I'd have told you, don't you fight that man. Now, if he did something to you bad enough, we might could jump him or something after I hit him with the truck. But don't you just go up there fighting that man.
Right after you hit him with the truck,
Let
and
me hit
after
him with
we
the truck first. Let me take his leg out from up under him. And then, we'll jump him. You still not walking up there by yourself.
and lead a tire on his
Yeah.
leg up underneath
Lead
his
a tie
knees.
on his leg. One of y'all grab the handle to the jack, the jack up that car, that flow jack. Get the handle from
hmm
that. Somebody else get a bat, and we gonna jump him. But
And
you
it.
don't walk up and fight him. T.I. was supposed to decline. That was the first time T.I. showed us he had some wisdom.
hmm
Say, I know he sat on the couch in the interview and didn't deny it. Right, but he ain't agreed to nothing. Yeah, he put something in that boy water. Say exactly. Robin Givens had a better chance of being assaulted by a sandwich for Mike to get him. Right. Then the sandwich is more intelligent. Hey, Candy, how that baby? How's that little sugar lump?
Robin's face would have been shaped up like one of them peanuts from the Proud Family movies. He would have hit her.
Thank you. Your face was flat before you met that man. That man ain't knocked your face flat.
And don't accuse him of that.
Yeah, he met you with that flat face and that pointed chin.
Genetics punched you in the face.
There you go. Your mama did. Don't blame Mike for that. Let me get off of here clowning with you. Because we'll be up in here all night clowning and cutting the doggone food.
You
And our
already
kin
know it.
folks will be done run, they'll be done rolled out with us too.
Look, I was surprised. I was asleep on y'all yesterday.
Man, look. I don't know what like I couldn't sleep. So I jumped on here middle of the night because I seen some gossip. I said, oh no, I'm finna talk about this. They just gonna have to catch it on the replay. They just gonna have to catch it on the replay.
Oh
It'll be all
no,
right.
well, yeah, I caught on the replay. You definitely had me laughing this morning.
I
You
couldn't get
and
over that.
you and your cousin Orlando.
Man, Orlando. I don't know what they're gonna do with him.
Look,
I don't know what they're gonna do with him.
Orlando better be careful. You call out the wrong person.
All I'm gonna say, they better quit asking Orlando questions. Why is everybody wanting to ask him questions
But
of all
what?
people
Because what is he doing to secure these? Orlando ain't doing nothing professionally to secure the interviews. So
and people
y'all
just want to
interview,
ask him questions? They just bring
yeah,
him there to ask him stuff.
yeah, y'all trying to put the people out there. Then a couple of years later, the person of the story pop up about him like Nick Cannon.
Uh
So I
huh.
can't necessarily call the young man a lie. I can say he's silly me crazy,
Yeah, he's silly and he crazy, but them crackheads be keeping it funky.
and
Lala
they
said exactly. Genetics assaulted her identity, not assaulted. Yeah, PS4L. We talked about that yesterday. But yeah, child, poor Orlando. I had to talk about that because when I first heard that video, I screamed
what?
out loud.
And you notice he changed the terminology, right? At first he called it something. Then he done made you a whole female in the
It's
next one.
empowerment. It was the
Yeah,
empowerment for me.
yeah. It was what empowerment. And
Oh
and
my
and
God.
Bow Wow, you said a whole lot without saying anything.
He
Talk about
showed
you
did
a
talk about
35-year-old.
how legend gotta address this. Boy, legend, you should have kept quiet. Now you Will Smith. I am legend. You
Yeah,
could have
but
get quiet.
you know what's crazy? When
With
you
it.
was read, he's he's so far away from being a legend.
Hello.
When you was reading it, I didn't even catch I didn't even catch what was being said. I thought I had missed something. I thought he was saying something like, legendary. So I don't know. I didn't know he was talking about himself. And what really took me out is the fact Orlando came back and he ain't read nothing. He ain't comprehend nothing you said. He wanted to come and re wanted to come and re-say his statement again.
Okay. My bad.
Yeah,
Whew. But that
yeah,
boy
but you
is funny. And listen, Monique ain't gonna never let Bow Wow live this down. Look at Monique. She can't let it Bow
Bow
Wow.
Wow.
Honey.
And that man, I don't see. That's why I can't look. He might be crazy,
Mm-hmm.
but the excitement in him, and when he talk about these dudes, and he like he did with Nick Cannon, I can't say he give him his he give them their praises. He never say what they do is lousy.
Yeah, he don't never say nothing mean like, oh, you stink, you dirty, you ain't
Yeah,
nothing but a this or that. He was like, you are phenomenal.
yeah. He say Bow Wow's coochie was empowerment.
It was empowerment. He said, it's
That's
bomb. It's the
so.
bomb.
So do you
All that.
really get upset? And then see what lost me is Bow Wow. You kept talking about I'm a 35-year-old. What that got to do with what this man was talking about?
Yeah, he didn't say what age that he found out that you had
Yeah,
empowerment.
and he ain't say he wasn't nobody daddy.
Yeah, never said that.
He
He ain't say
just
you
say
ain't got no churn. He ain't say your churn wasn't yours. He ain't do you
right.
like DMX and party up. Remember, DMX was like, you broke, the kid ain't yours. Oh my God.
See, but that's DMX. That was another example that them Them people that take them substances, they just go on and tell the truth like it's supposed to be told. They don't sugarcoat it. And Orlando he's being kind. Notice when he said it about about Nick Cannon.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Cannon had a response similar to Bow Wow's. None of
Yep.
y'all don't ever come out and say the fool is, this fool
And they
crazy.
can't
Y'all
say
know
he
it.
lying because they know by the time you call him a lie, he gonna start dropping times and dates.
Right.
And you don't know what else he got to drop.
It might have videos because all of y'all are stupid and record everything.
Mm-hmm.
Never see, huh. Yeah, y'all can't call him a liar.
Nope, they know better than say that.
And you definitely can't call him one now, Nick Cannon, because you ain't come out to
Man,
explain why you was in that woman clothes.
yes, God. Doing
And
shit.
did she say he was in the drawers too?
Yeah, he put on the drawers too. Lala say he said Shad has top shelf salad. His salad is top shelf. I'm through. Oh my God. I hope don't nobody never say nothing like that in my presence, not in real life. Because I don't mind laughing at you on the internet. I don't want to laugh at you that hard in real life. Because you might be
What?
offended the way I'm gonna scream and holler and roll around on the ground. You're gonna be
See,
offended.
with somebody like Orlando, I don't know if he is I don't know if he is saying stuff to be laughed at. He give me like he taking this like he feel like he talking something serious.
Yeah, he just telling you how he feels. He's speaking from the heart.
Yeah, yeah, I think look, but Orlando, y'all need to stop giving Orlando these interviews. Okay, let Orlando go on and tell these stories
That's
so
what
the
I
people
said
up.
earlier. They need to stop asking him questions.
Yeah,
Who told them to keep asking Orlando these questions? That is the last person you need to ask a question.
and is y'all paying this man for these interviews, or y'all getting free interviews of this man ranting?
They might be giving him Hunter Biden payments. Ooh, the
Yeah, they
10
probably
crack
do.
commandments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Probably give them a little bit before the interview so they can
Get him
secure
right.
the fact yeah, be lied.
Man, look. It's a I'm gonna have to send you the link if I can find it. It was a lady, it was a crackhead, and she could sing too. And she was singing about the crack, serenading the crack. And when Orlando was up there talking, that's all that hit my mind was that lady. Yes, yes.
Hey,
That's
and
my kind of carrying on.
where you jump to Iggy.
Oh, got there igloo.
But you know what? That's what we do. We do that as a people. We see some of them clear people do something that we do, take something from us,
Mm-hmm.
and we give them all the praise in the world simply because they clear and they doing it.
Yeah, just because somebody imitating you, they don't even do it effectively or completely. Just the fact that they willing to imitate you, you so impressed that you up here cheering them on. Like I said, that heifer had a whole bowl full of apple and they up there. Oh, she threw down. What did she throw down? Why did
And
she throw it?
then got the nerve to try to defend her.
Yeah, why is you defending this uncooked dough? So that's what she
Right.
looked like, some unleavened bread, just
And
up
I'm
there.
you took a biblical form. Hey, look, and besides her, she is the funniest looking
Yes, sir.
woman I've ever seen on television. That is just she make
But
my
it's
stomach
just something
hurt.
about them seeing a clear person imitate them. They ready to go all the way up.
I don't care if the mocktails look good. The way she look, I wouldn't have wanted them.
But if you look at her, this
Yeah.
lady looks like she looking now.
Okay.
She looking like she looking. Okay. And ain't nobody gonna tell me that wasn't apple or gravy train in that dish. It just want to highlight it.
And you sitting there eating it to her. And then look, what caught me is you talking about it's spicy. I couldn't give them to my bed.
Why
First of
was that? Why
all,
was it spicy?
yeah, I was about to say. First of all, I ain't had no spicy oxtails, so
Never,
I don't.
never. Tell us you can't cook without saying you can't cook. Never.
Because what we want to know what you seasoned your oxtails with,
I don't.
and no, we not trying to steal your recipe.
Hell no. I don't need to know what she put in there. I can identify gravy train when I see it. But I'm
You
not a
don't put a
bingo.
can of
I
done
don't
put a
want
can of dog food on there and gave it to Tori. Told him it's oxtails.
I don't even think he ate that mess. He just said it to be saying something. Yeah. That's what I heard when I saw that food. I heard them dogs.
Ooh, she should be ashamed of herself.
She should. I would be.
Stick to the lasagna,
The
baby.
rice up there looking dry and undercooked. I said somebody gonna chip a tooth trying to eat that little nasty rice.
Rice and dog food.
Yes, sir. You know, a lot of people mix rice in their dog food. The dogs like it like that.
But her spicy oxtail. That's what got. And you
Ain't that
talking
nothing?
to you talking to a black woman
Right.
talking about the oxtails and spice. And you saying it like she should. Why? Of course, would you feed your kids oxtail spicy as they be?
Yeah, I'm like, how is it spicy?
Right. Just say you didn't want to feed the baby.
Okay, that's all. That's it. I didn't want to feed the baby, so I fed this man.
And the
And I
thing
don't
is, if it,
have men around my children. And so who did you cook it for? And who did you leave your kid with? And why would you leave your kid to go hang out with with an angry leprechaun? Like it's so many
right.
questions.
And oxtails ain't no quick cook. So you
No,
done
that's
left your
an all
child.
day thing
Yeah, you done left your child all day.
to go sit up
Yeah,
under an angry leprechaun.
yeah, cooking some spicy oxtails and some uncooked rice.
Thank you. And no spicy oxtail. That was some spicy dog food. To go hang up under a leprechaun with his top lit back.
dog dog food with red crushed peppers.
Yeah. Right. The baby supposed to be two. Why he can't eat table food?
Cause it was spicy.
Ain't that something? It was mushy enough. She could have handed him that stuff. The only thing is, she knew that mess wasn't edible.
Because she didn't eat it.
Yeah, she didn't eat that dog food.
Went right to Rodney's Jamaican Grill and got some real oxtails.
Could have went anywhere
You trying to experiment? They want to put it out
and posting a picture like she done told the world up.
in
See,
everybody's stomach.
Lala said Clifford Harris is responsible for this. He is. He is. Wait, somebody called it gourmet Alpo. Who did that, Monique? Who is this? Who is this uncouth ruffian that called this girl's food gourmet Alpo? Who did that? He is an angry
Mm-mm.
little leprechaun, and his teeth have always bothered me too.
Yeah, he do have a problematic grill.
Yes, sir. He looked like he'll bite the hell up at you.
I'm telling you, it's something about these short people, these
I
short
wouldn't turn
dudes.
my back on him. Let me mess around and feel a sharp pain at the back of my knee and see what happens.
He'll be biting you, and Roddy Rich will be trying attempting to kick you.
God dang. Listen, I don't fight short people like that. I don't. I'm not coming down there. My back bad.
And you see how dangerous the baby is.
Oh hell no.
That's the
Now that's a dangerous little bitty dude right there.
gremlin.
And he tall enough to actually reach your chin.
Mm. You know what?
Yeah.
But I knew he was foolish when he put that diaper on. Anytime a grown person step into a diaper, they either they got a problem downstairs or a problem upstairs.
It was clearly upstairs.
Oh, it was upstairs, yeah.
Everything missing upstairs on the dummy.
He got a
That's why I
big
was still
head
dealing
and
about that dude hopped the fence to run on his property. I'm like, do you know who house that is? Before you ran over there, ain't nobody tell you nah, cuz not that house.
nobody didn't show you the bowling alley video.
Yeah, you ain't found out this dude got away with a whole murder, a couple
Right.
of them, and you
In
over
in the middle of Walmart.
in the middle. Hey man, look,
Just leave
listen,
this fool alone.
leave him alone. Leave him alone. Them people over there in Carolina dealing roots too good. That's how he getting out of all them cases.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's chicken feet everywhere.
Yeah, 'cause there ain't no way. You can't even very much steal from Walmart without getting locked up. You
Child,
done
this
sat there and
he
killed
done
somebody?
unalived the whole person
Oh
and went
yeah.
home. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Them little small people be angry and dangerous. You say she looked like she was almost an albino. Really, that's what you saw?
Don't
She just
associate
looked
with her
stink.
in no way.
Just looked sour and pale and stank. Shannon say these children, Lord. Listen, I don't want no trouble with them children, Shannon. I can't. No, no.
She looks underdeveloped.
Yeah, yeah. You right. She got a little fetus face. A little fetus
Mm-hmm.
face at me. But we not finna clown all night. I'm telling you. I said this a while back. We is not finna clown all night. Monique talking about trans.
Ooh.
See, see. I knew it. I knew y'all was finna start.
But she does give you Marlon Wayne's White Chicks.
Yes,
His
that
character in White
pasty,
Chick.
real
Mm-hmm.
pasty, strange look. But it's almost like a fetus face, like her face didn't finish developing or something. It's
Mm-mm.
weird. You said Lala say gives me blow up dog come to life. I don't know what that is, but I know it don't look right.
E.T. E.T. little cousin.
Oh no. PS4 said not fetus face. Yes, little fetus face. She looked like, all her pictures look like her sonogram. Yeah, we need to go to bed. We done got silly. It's time to go to bed. See, that's why I like the late night clowning. Because you stay up late night and clown, you can have a good time. You ain't got to worry about, the sensitive people coming in. I have my third child has fetus face and I'm offended. No.
You better not tell me your third child got fetus face. I ain't gonna be able to stop myself. Uh-uh.
You'd be surprised and stuff. I done had people like email me to tell me you said this, and I, that offended me because my son is so. It's like, oh hell no. I
Right.
don't even respond because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings.
But if
You
your
just
child
joke.
has fetus, if your child has fetus face, we was not talking about. We were not talking about your child.
We were not. We were not. We was talking about Igloo, Australia. Lala said Igloo and Inside Private Eye match made in Hades. Yes, goodness. Oh God, Monique
Inch,
got the pictures of
inch
the
high.
baby. Mm-mm. Oh, listen, I be trying. You don't understand, nephew. It's so many things that I want to say that I don't say most of the time. I just
It's
try to.
hard.
I hold back as hard as I can because if I ever just let loose, people gonna say, you know what? They're gonna be writing petitions to tell the Lord to take my salvation back.
Ooh,
And I had to fight too hard to get mine.
we ain't going back.
I ain't going back. I ain't going. I ain't going. Tara Hill said when keeping it real go wrong, the emails. Girl, I done had some emails and some messages for people. Y'all to be like, are y'all for real? Is y'all really bothering this lady with this? When you come over here, unless you here during the day for the FNN, for the Florida Negro News. Everything else, we just talking about what happened and I'm joking around. Every now and then it's something that I feel like being serious about, and then I'll be serious. But for the most part, these are jokes. These are jokes, and people will turn around and try to tell you what joke you can't tell because something going on. I don't care nothing about what's going on with you. Now, if it's something bad and you need help, let me know. But if it's something I can't help you with, and I told a joke and it was too close to home, you gonna live.
Hey, Auntie,
Huh?
don't let me and you get on here as we do every once in a while and start getting on Trick Daddy struggle face, Maurice struggle face.
Man, look.
They get on us in the comments. Well, I know somebody with lupus that got a face like that. I said, oh man.
Oh, I had somebody do that, and what's so ill? This was after my one of my dearest friends, like 30-year friend. She died from complications of lupus last month, and I'm literally making it clear, like, yeah, I'm not clowning lupus, I'm clowning Maurice, because I ain't never seen that kind of lupus. I ain't never seen that.
It's a different kind of lupus, a rare kind of lupus.
Yeah, it's the one that ain't lupus. That's the one. That's the one he got. The one that ain't lupus.
you you said it. I thought it. It's
Maurice
all
got
right.
that. Maurice got that. I can't believe it's not lupus. That's the one he got. I said exactly on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm giving a good 3. If I said what was really on my mind, I would have no admission to the pearly gates. Girl, you know that Michael never be done grab me by the scruff of my neck and toss me back down them stairs. I'm being careful. They can't take the jokes, leave the channel. They ain't gotta leave. Just learn not to be so sensitive. Lord, Monique say not diaper rash face trick daddy. Yeah, I ain't never heard it called diaper rash face, but I'm just saying.
Not diaper rash face.
She say diaper rash face. She say Maurice need to rub some Desitin on it. I don't know what that'll do, but he got that.
It
I
looked like it
can't.
melted.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. But Maurice was such a terrible person. They used to tell me when I was a girl that sin disfigures.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. You can teach the children that and just show them trick daddy before and after pictures and see this is what happens.
I mean, it affected with his hairline and everything.
Man, look, they have pushed back, pushed back.
And but that's that Florida stuff in me because I told somebody I say I don't believe I could even sit in front of Trick Daddy and eat.
Oh, I could eat. He just couldn't cook it.
Auntie, I'm being honest.
I
I'd
could
be
eat just
so.
fine. You sitting up there looking like you done stole your grandmama's fashion fair makeup and slathered it on and put on your best $20 lace front is not finna bother me nor stop me from eating. That's how I got fat. I don't care nothing about what you look like. Now you can't
no,
cook me nothing. No, not with them T-Rex arms. Don't you come over there with them little bitty short arms cooking me nothing, because I don't believe you could reach the stank good.
right, we don't need you or Benzino trying to cook. You
Cooking me a goddamn
Benzino,
thing.
you Benzino, and CeeLo Green. Y'all just allow people with limp to their arm to cook.
Yeah, no, you got to be able to reach the sink, and I don't believe Maurice can reach that sink. I don't. He can't cook me nothing.
And I ain't never paid. Does his neck move?
Um, I think so. You just can't see it when it do. It's in there. It move. It's in there. It move on the
It's just hidden
inside.
away.
It move on the inside. The meat on the outside don't move, but the bone part on the inside is that part move.
You just can't. His his hiding his movement.
Right. It's like, did you see that movie Trading Places with Eddie Murphy?
Uh huh.
Remember when he said, I'm a karate man? Karate man bruise on the inside. That's what's going on with Trick. He a karate man. His neck move on the inside. That's what's going on.
Oh, you just look that middleman and in the set. Oh man, don't be ignorant.
Right. Lord Terror time my arms too short to box with God. His arms too short to reach the soap dispenser, and that's why I don't trust him. Now I don't know how his arm shrunk. I'm like, that ain't no lupus. Just shut up, Seanitra. Just shut up. I ain't never seen how your arm shrink.
Well, you know them people in the some people in the said that's how they know people with lupus. I was on that live with you,
Yeah, and I'm like, y'all need to quit lying. I ain't never seen that.
and y'all
I've
ain't
had
seen it either.
right now. I've had two friends that I lost to lupus. Two very good sisters of mine. One I lost on July the 4th, 2012, and my other sister Brenda, I lost her last month. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Never. Your arm shrink, your face blow up and melt, and your hairline get scooted back. I ain't never seen that.
Mm-mm. Not from lupus.
Hell no. Hell no. It was something, but it wasn't that.
You know what? I had an uncle that used to say, sometimes they say cancer when it ain't cancer,
Mm,
and that
mm.
always stuck with me. Anytime somebody all of a sudden just get ready to start leaving here, they done got some cancer. We don't know what type.
Listen, I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna pretend to know. I just know what I don't believe it is. I know what I think it ain't. Now, I'm not a doctor. I didn't go to school that long. I can't tell you what that is. But I'm gonna take three guesses what it ain't.
You
I
can give
take
all
three
the
guesses on what it ain't. Yeah.
you can give the ain'ts.
I can guess the ain'ts. Like, okay, for one, it ain't diabetes. I don't believe it's the sugar.
Okay, we can check that off.
It ain't the sugar. Um, it ain't Tourette syndrome. He cussed a lot, but it ain't Tourette's.
Uh-uh.
Okay. He ain't got Kawasaki's disease. He ain't got Lou Gehrig disease. He
Uh-huh.
ain't got I believe he ain't got lupus, but I don't know what he do have.
I don't believe it's lymphedema.
Yeah, ain't no lymphedema. His feet don't look like Wendy's.
Oh, Wendy's foot.
Mm-mm. Cause that's what Wendy got. That's how her legs and stuff be swelling. And that
Uh-huh.
lymphedema is serious too. Like that's for real serious.
Yeah,
Like I really feel bad for
my mom is a nurse. She was trying to explain it
that lady. Mm-hmm.
to me. And the way she was explaining it to me, I said, "Oh yeah, that seems. I know I can see why that would be a difficult life to have." And like she was telling me, it doesn't just affect the feet; it can affect any part. You can have it all over.
Yep, and I know some ladies have had it all the way up their leg.
Mm,
Like it can really get bad because it's like a blockage or a disrupt in the flow to the lymph nodes because you got your circulatory system, you got your blood, and you have your lymphatic fluid. So if there's something that's blocking it off, then the blockage of them lymphatic vessels, it leads to it make you retain fluid and it stretches your skin to the point where it's distended. It can become distorted, discolored. It can cause other problems too.
mm.
Like it can really go bad. So, like I say, people can laugh. Like I feel like you got to be able to laugh at life, but still at the same time have a little bit of understanding because that's a real thing. We could see what's really going on with her. On Maurice, I don't know what that is. Oh, it's definitely far different from the gout because when you're talking about the gout is a uric acid crystal buildup in your joints.
Mm.
That's why it hurts so bad. I got the gout. That's one thing my daddy gave me. He could have kept to himself. But gout and that is something different because one has got to do with your circulatory system, and the other one has to do with uric acid crystal buildup. But yeah, it definitely gets hard because it's being damaged by all the swelling, all that edema. Like it damages the skin. So that's why I say, like, I feel bad for Wendy about a lot of stuff. She hasn't been the nicest lady, but being real, I definitely feel bad for her.
Yeah, I feel bad for it too.
Now, where Trick concerned, I know everybody want to call it the package, but Maurice done been so terrible in his life. You don't know that somebody ain't put a root on him because he don't even look nothing like he used to look. Like when I say, I believe he pissed off the wrong person. They didn't put the wham bam on him. Somebody done caught him slipping.
That's some magic.
No, I'm for real. I really believe that. I believe somebody done hit him with that graveyard dirt and some foolishness because he don't look like himself no more. He look like somebody else.
And you know Miami is good for it.
Florida, period, is good for it. Georgia, good for it. Carolina's good for it.
Well, it's a South thing.
It's a black thing.
Mm.
Haiti's good for it. Jamaica's good for it. West Africa's good for it. Central Africa's good. It's just a black thing. Black people in juju, they can't get enough. Man, you piss off the wrong person, next thing you know, you look like Trick Daddy.
That Trick Daddy, please ask him to take it back.
But he was so terrible.
He
He was
probably, yeah, he
such a
probably don't even.
terrible person. What you say, King St. Car?
I say, yeah, he was. He probably don't even know who put it on him.
It's no way for him to know. He done did too much dirt to too many people. How he gonna track back when some of the girls you done mistreated and did stuff to, you don't even know who they were? Your face out here, everybody know you, but you don't know none of the people that you insulting, offending, assaulting, nothing.
And they made your
PS4L
face look
say,
like.
yep, definitely South Carolina, Dr. Buzzard. Mm-hmm. It's a
And
lot of them doctors. They love to call themselves doctor.
they made your face look like a brown potato going bad.
Yeah, that's one way to describe it. Like I say, Maurice looked like walking after birth. I'm through. Monique said, I'm paying attention to the words used as well as the changes in appearance, bone structure, etc. There's a lot. But I definitely know you know your SHID. Thank you, sis. Appreciate it. Yeah, some stuff is medical and some stuff people be done really put the wham bam on you. Tara say, I was very ignorant before we found out what was wrong with her. She made me mad about a comment she said. I commented and said her shoes looked like they was on the wrong feet. I love black people. It's like that sometimes. Don't feel bad. You just lost your temper for a little while. That's all. And when we get mad, we're gonna tell you everything we think about you. Yeah. Shannon said your mama dated Dr. Buzzard's son before he was alive. Oh, okay. No, nah. I had a run in. It was one of them nights. Matter of fact, I ended up totaling the Lincoln, the town car, the same night. So I used to do tattoos on a regular basis, right? So these dudes called me and was like, we need to get some ink done. I'm like, so cool. Bam. What y'all paying? We paying this much. Everybody that's getting something done or whatever, they're gonna pay for their work. We paying you to come and we gonna tip you. I'm thinking, cool. No problem. It's money. I'm going. I always been a girl that'll work. I don't look for nothing free, but I will hustle my butt off. Okay. So I get out there, nephew. I'm riding out into past Ocklawaha in the Summerfield, still up there in my neck of the woods in the bushes.
Hmm.
So I ride way out there to Summerfield and pull up to this old house. And I'm like, the house ain't draw my attention to nothing or whatever. I get in there. I'm working on these cats. Ain't no problem. I knew one of them, but I didn't know all of them. But they seemed cool. I still had that heater, just in case they wasn't.
Hmm.
Finished doing all the work or whatever. I'm walking out the house. I seen something on the wall that made my heart like stop for like 2 seconds because I seen the name of one of the most notorious root men in our area. It said AP Terry. So I had to boo boo a little bit at that moment. I don't even know how. I hadn't even ate nothing, but in that moment I had to boo boo a little bit. So I say, I turned around at one of the little young fellas. I say, say young blood, who house this is? And so he proceeded to tell me that I was standing in AP Terry's house. When I tell you my feet felt like they was burning, I say, look, I'm finna go. He was like, my partner said he was gonna come by. He got a whoop the whoop X amount of money, whatever, some green and everything. If you can stay and do here, I said, no, no, I got to go. I got to go. So he walked me on out the door. I said, but I thought you said this was your house. He said, I live here. I just got out. That's my granddaddy. I say, AP Terry is your granddaddy. I got in my car burnt off. That same night I totaled my car.
What?
Drove to the other end of the county to go see my little friend. Told that I hit one of them dead man curves. Didn't see it coming. And I done rode that road 100 times. How I missed it, I don't know. I tore that telephone pole up. Total that car out. Same night.
That stuff be real.
It's for real, for real.
Hmm.
When I say I was shook up, I didn't take no more phone calls. They money was no more good with me. No more good. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
I'm for real. That messed me up.
Mm.
Sorry, here you said wow energy. Listen, I had all the energy in the world to get from over there. I had the bubble guts. I ain't never clenched my butt cheeks that hard in my life. I rode from down there because that was on the south end of the county. I drove all the way to the north end, which was like an hour drive to get all the way to the north side of Marion County. I rode, clenching my butt the whole way, end up hitting the telephone pole. Mm-mm. But no, that's why I say, nah, I don't mess with that kind of stuff. I try not to, go around just bothering people, offending people, and nothing crazy like that. Because I don't need you shaking no chicken feet at me.
I left a girl I was messing with behind that. You know how it be the older people in your family.
Mm-hmm.
My grandma was the type that wanted to know not only who you was talking to, but of course who her people was.
Yep.
And when you go through a certain age, you feel like you want to live. I'm living my life, grandma. You done lived and everything. I ain't got. So I was going around with this girl for a little minute, and she happened to say she wanted to meet my family. So I brought over there to meet my mom and my grandma.
Mm-hmm.
And grandma went to talking to her. She said, "Well, who is your people?"
Mm-hmm.
And she went to talk. See, but grandma was always wise with it. She ain't never stopped with who your mom and your daddy and
Oh yeah, I
all
need to
that.
know all your people, your grandmama, them, all them.
And she messed around and say, and my uncle is such and such. See, now, grandma, she wasn't the type to sit there. Some people try to be cute and wait till you leave and then pull the
Right.
grandson or something. Grandma say, if you don't get her the hell out of my house.
Right now.
And I said, okay, I'm about to go take her home. She said, you ain't taking her nowhere.
She
Call
just got
her,
to go.
call her taxi or something. And
Get her away from him.
do you know when, as the girl was leaving, my
Mm.
grandma explained to me what was up. And the girl texted me while it was going on and say, I already know you can't leave me. I believe she had tried to put something to make it where I couldn't let her go. She said, no matter what I do to you, you'll never be able to leave me.
That's your man.
And I had to text back and say, the hell you smoked?
And
Uh-uh.
your grandmama better than me, girl. I would have dropped salt everywhere she walked in my house and swept her footprints out. Don't you ever come back.
Yeah. You go sit. And when she said the uncle, she was so proud. Now everybody else was just a normal name. Oh, she knew the uncle was going to sell it. And my
Mm-hmm.
and my uncle and then the granddaddy. See, you have to listen because grandma going on now. But the
Mm-hmm.
granddaddy of this girl is a bishop, was a bishop
Mm-hmm.
from Sarasota, and I know you. And well, me and you I know because this person's famous in Florida,
If
and
he
he
out of
just
Sarasota, I'm sure I know him.
well look I guess because it's public knowledge now he just got charged with a couple of counts of child molestation.
Well, you can't say it all the way out.
Oh yeah, I be thinking I'm on the
CM,
phone.
CM.
Yes, because I have to learn I have to learn Excuse me, YouTube. Don't penalize don't penalize my auntie. I have
Yeah.
to I'm still taking the class.
Mm-hmm.
But he was just charged. That was her grandfather.
Oh, that was her granddaddy.
Her granddaddy
Mm.
over was accused of over 50 years of CM
Mm. See,
throughout.
and see, this was the thing. Being in Ocala was so crazy. We done this conversation I went all the way to the left. It is what it is. But being in Ocala was crazy because it was so many people that dealt in that stuff. If I didn't talk
Hmm.
to nobody who had a relative that did that, I probably wouldn't have had no friends.
Mm,
Oh yeah, them people rude as hell.
yeah, I remember
They really are.
I
But I
came.
had friends that one of my good friends, I remember like even coming up, they were scared of their own granddaddy because he was a bad man. Now that one
Mm,
was a bad man. Ooh, he was scary. This man was so evil, nephew. Every time he coded, he came back. It
mm,
got so bad the nurses wouldn't even run to his room no more. When he got sick, he suffered. God didn't let him just go. He would
mm-hmm.
cold and he would come back, cold and come back. And then them old women got to saying that it was for all the people he had killed that he had to pass through that veil that many times. I say, how many people did this Negro off? Like it got so
It,
bad that we was like, is he ever gonna die? And finally he
mm,
did go ahead, but that man suffered before he left.
Cause you gonna pay.
Yeah, you
You
got to
gonna.
pay for that evil.
Uh-huh.
Then one of my other very good friends, they weren't scared of their granddaddy, but they didn't really fool with him. He used to run a juke, and he was so terrible. Them clear people in town, the sheriffs, the judges, and all would drive way out there in the country and pay him to do work for
Mm.
them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you bet. Look, I'll never forget. There was a lady that lived around us, in the neighborhood,
Mm-hmm.
and Mama used to say from the time she was a little girl, that was the the story about this lady.
Mm.
Well, in my childhood, the woman had five sons and two daughters. She buried every last one of her children.
Ooh.
In my 30 some years of living, every last one
Uh-uh.
of her children done been buried. And
I
it's
wouldn't
be
even walk past her house.
that's what no, we couldn't. Mama, I remember we thought it was, because kids are curious, and
Mm.
we thought it'd be fun to go down there to the house because she was, we was going to say she was a witch. My mama, I can even tell you what my mama said, but we knew not to go over there to her house no more.
Yeah, don't you go over there? Don't even walk past that house.
And I remember my oldest brother. He had gotten to the age where he was, especially with the man not being in the house, he had gotten to the age where he felt like he could start acting as a man.
Mm.
So he wanted to know. He said, "Well, Mama, I'm grown, and that's the quickest walk to school. So I'm gonna go." Mama said, "Well, how about this? When you go down there, you go disobey me and go down there. You don't bring it back over here to me and my other kids. You stay over there.
Yeah, stay where you at.
Go over there. You stay with her." But I say, yeah, that stuff comes back. Sometimes it don't even touch you. You done put all this evil out, and now
And
you've
hit
been
your
forced
children.
to bury your children, all seven of your
You don't
children.
know she didn't do that on purpose.
Mm,
You know, some of them things eat their children. Let me
yeah,
shut up.
yeah, because evil is evil.
Yeah, evil is evil. I just, all jokes aside, I don't play with stuff like that. I don't want nothing to do with nothing like that. You start acting funny,
Mm,
like it's any chicken feet in your house and you ain't
mm,
cooked them. You ain't got to worry about me.
Because I be watching them little super spiritual people that be popping up on their videos and stuff, sitting in
Hmm.
their living room burning incense. That's why
Yeah, I ain't got time for that. What is you doing?
people thought I was joking. You got it the way I got it. I went on somebody else's channel and was talking about the for whatever name is.
That Phantom Heifer.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
they was defending witchcraft. Wit
Yeah, whatever.
it is what it. I know what I know,
And I
and
ain't finna mess with it.
And and that's what we was witnessing on that TV. That lady was there doing some type of ritual.
Yeah, it was a YouTuber. I ain't gonna say no names. He was upset. Talking about y'all make me sick. Talking about witchcraft and y'all Christians and y'all drinking somebody blood. You call it anything you want to. Just know that ain't nobody with that.
Hmm.
You feel any way you want to, baby.
It's a
Ain't nobody.
difference between a euphemism and actually out there,
Yeah,
because you got,
putting
but
smoke
you
up people's salad and dancing around like some kind of rabid animal.
and I'm putting in some little spiritual little gown and talking about that
Yeah,
she need hairs and stuff so that it can work.
yeah. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Y'all tripping.
And the woman looked like a witch.
Yeah, she did. She did.
You done
I just
lost
didn't.
all
But to be honest, I don't understand why all of a sudden all the black shows we got to put witchcraft in every show. Like, do we really have to put this in every show?
because they trying to they trying to push a message.
They trying to push that narrative, man. Mm-mm.
It's either gonna be witchcraft or some type of fornication or
Hold
something.
on, who is calling who? Who calling who? You guys is calling who?
What is she talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about, but we
Maybe she
I don't know
talking to
who calling.
somebody in the chat.
Must be because I know we ain't calling nobody. I don't play them games. Mm-mm. I just don't understand why they got to put that in every show. Like I said, they messed up P Valley. Like it ain't completely ruined, but I don't like that they done turned Diamond to the root man. Like it's just every show with black people now. This is the new narrative,
Yeah, yeah.
and you got to act like you cool with witches and all, or else something wrong with you. Out your mind.
And they trying and that stuff. Look, yeah, they trying to put that message out there because it's a part of that narrative that they want to
They want
make
us
us
to act
all.
like that's cool. Like, oh, this is being black. No,
And
no.
you know how it work. Well, I know you know how it work. All they have to do
Mm-hmm.
is show a couple of us doing it, and then it becomes the overall.
Yep. Then we're all doing it. Let them tell
Just
it.
like all of us supposed to have went through some life where we didn't have food in the refrigerator and stuff. And
Yeah,
that's
we
not
gotta
my
pretend like
story.
we were all poor and destitute.
Yeah, that's not my story. And it doesn't make me any less black.
Yeah, I'm extremely black. And my daddy was a darn good provider, so I don't know nothing about that.
Because some of the poor, I tell people all the time, some of the poorest, lowest people I saw was the clear people that walked through our
You
neighborhood
ain't
because
lying. And we were
we
good for calling them poor living, you know what's.
okay. Hello, that Florida term. Can you talking about YouTube? If I say what Florida say, this channel
Yeah,
be shut down.
you're right. Don't say it. If you don't say I have to catch myself all the time. I can't say those things. Can't say those things. Not that I don't still think them things. I just can't say them things.
It is okay because the same thing can be said because if the restrictions was off, they'll be calling us everything but black.
I don't care nothing about what you call me. I bet your mouth ain't worse than mine. That's how I feel about that. If you want to get the name calling match, Mr. Clearman, sir, I don't know if you really want to do that.
Every time I get on here and think about say clear, I keep thinking about Sandy Cheeks.
Yes, sir.
Sandy Cheeks came now that I promise you I go back and look at that one and laugh. I show that to anybody. I show that to anybody. I come in. I said, look at my auntie YouTube channel.
Lord, that saying the
Going,
cheeks was off the chain, and he got
yeah,
mad too.
yeah.
I'm like,
I'm going to need for you to tell me more about what you're talking about.
no, I need you to watch and listen. Ain't nobody finna center the conversation around you.
Then he tried to make it a race conversation.
Yeah, it was only racial because you felt like you were entitled to be centered.
Right.
Yeah, no, baby,
Your privilege don't work over here.
it don't. It really don't.
And then gonna get you out the chat because you come off a little unbalanced yourself.
Yeah, you sounding like you having some emotional issues, and.
Yeah,
Try
you
it again
know,
another
and
day.
this might be a little too tough for you because SpongeBob done already done. You've
Yeah,
been fighting
SpongeBob
that.
done sent you.
You on a protest?
Yes,
You on a
sir.
protest by SpongeBob, and it done made you put put some
Yeah,
cheeks on your.
yeah. You got cheeks on your screen, honey. You done caught a ride with the Flying Dutchman, ate a Krabby Patty, slapped plankton. You done did everything from
The part that made me
on.
holler.
How?
I said the part that made me holler is when you when you asked that fool uh what was your thoughts on College Hill, and he had told you he watched it.
Yeah, because I
Then
asked
go
myself, "Oh, you watched the show?" And I was really wanting to know, like, what was your take on it? Because I know you
because
got
I
to have a whole different viewpoint,
yeah, I was about to say a totally different perspective,
right? So, like, let's hear it. Run
but
it.
your opinion was you need to know more about what you just so you ain't watched the show, fool.
Yeah, and that's okay. But wait till you done seen it so you can have an actual opinion.
Right, so you can come on here like my sister Kimberly did and give an opinion.
Man, look, she gave it to us that day, didn't she? I hope she
She
come back one day.
but I done figured it out.
Mm.
Kimberly must be from the 727 and personally know Marlo.
Yeah, no, she couldn't be, because the way she talked, she was too proper, and it was just that little.
She
Mm-mm.
ain't had, she ain't had no country twang to
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't giving Florida at all.
her.
It didn't give me
It,
that.
it was given Upper East Side.
Yeah, it was giving me maybe Atlanta, Midwest, somewhere along in there. Mm-mm. Because I
But
mean, just being honest, I don't think nobody from the bottom is that bothered by Marlo. We can just see that you a miserable heifer.
yeah, but we certainly ain't bothered by none she's saying now.
Yeah, nothing she's saying is bothering me.
I
I'm not
the
bothered
thing
by
the thing that really bothers me about Marlo this season
it. Is
is
them
her and
boys.
them children. Yeah,
Yep, that's what bothered me by Marlo this season. Is how
I
she
can
handling
care
them boys.
less. Yeah, I can care less what she say about them women because they done said the
They done
same
said
thing and
just that
worse.
much about her, right?
Y'all been questioning this lady money and alluding to her sleeping for it since she got on the show. So why y'all and Candy's a real twisted person because you
She
get
got
mad
judgment
and
for
what
everybody,
yeah you get mad at
and she
people and
need to
bring
know
up
what happened to everybody money and where you got this from. Like, are you the IRS? Do you work for them?
and just to justify the thing I didn't even pick up on when she said it was the fact that you talking about these panties and you gonna bring up a movie role Kenya had
It's
to
a
try to
movie role
yeah to try to justify
that you wanted her to let somebody play with her pocketbook. Like, you nasty.
right, and when she was willing to let Apollo play with it, you was one of the ones judging it in.
Right.
So you just set on you just set on judging people and don't want nobody to say nothing about your past.
Yeah, you did so much.
And I know you don't watch the girls trip, auntie.
You know what? I try to keep up with it, but I'm gonna just have to wait until, like I did last time, until everything was over and just watch it back.
But can I spoil one little thing for you?
Just tell it. It ain't gonna spoil it for me.
Okay, because you know me and you always agree that Phaedra never said she was lying.
Right.
And how about they tried to play a little game to ask everybody,
Mm,
you know, about their firing story? And Phaedra
okay.
told them clear women she wasn't because they say you go first, Phaedra. Phaedra said I ain't playing that. I ain't. And in the confessional, she said everybody knows she was fighting over some BS. You heard one side of the story, and everybody know it's two sides, and then the truth somewhere in the middle. Y'all only heard one side. Y'all never heard hers.
Now here go the killer part, right? Now, I was watching another person, and their opinion was, okay, you had forever to tell your side why you didn't tell it. I have a theory. How do we know Bravo didn't offer her some bread to just don't tell your side?
Yeah,
Leave it like that.
I believe Bravo did that. I believe Bravo cut a deal with all three of them people involved.
Yep.
People like to say they did one with. I think they did one with Candy. I think
Portia
Phaedra
and
got
with
one,
Phaedra.
and Portia got because notice Portia and Candy was on the show together. Now, poor Candy wanted to cry about it the year later. Portia had kind of moved on after it was over for her. It was over for her,
Yep.
and she a
But the
different
thing
type
that
of
got me
person.
with Candy that whole season, she was after Portia. She was. She plain and simple
Hmm.
was after Portia. She was mad about her going with Dennis for whatever reason. And I think it was because one of her friends used to go with him or something. And
Yeah,
so she wanted to dislike Portia for her friend's sake. Okay, cool. But then when that happened, she was like, "Oh, this is my chance. I'm gonna get her out." Until she found out where it came from.
but see, the issue with Candy too is Candy doesn't like people, but she's not transparent with it. She'll dislike you and laugh and grin and play in your face.
She's phony.
And the most phony on the show, because
Hmm.
Kenya
She
at
just gonna
least
act nasty enough with you that you'll figure it out.
yeah, she ain't gonna try to hide the fact she don't like you. And
She gonna
even if
say
she do
she gonna
like you,
say or do something nasty, even if it's like whack. She gonna try it.
even if she like you, she gonna do it. Now I give her that. Is she gonna be she gonna be nasty to you, whether she like you or not.
But I
And
don't think she liked nobody.
well, you know what? Peter did an interview on
I heard his little interview or whatever, but he's always said that about her.
about Kenya,
Hmm.
and I agree with
And I
that.
like
But
Peter, but I don't agree
you
with Peter on that.
you don't think she plays the game smart?
No,
Well,
ain't nothing smart about Kenya.
oh,
Even
she
some
don't
of
do.
the insults she put out, they not even like witty. It's just whack.
Well, you know, and one of the ones that they call her biggest one is when she, said the thing about Portia having the mic in her mouth and not knowing how to. When you really think about that statement don't even make sense.
It doesn't. A lot of stuff she say don't make sense. They just be giving her props for no reason. I'm like, this girl is whack. And they complain about Nene, but if they'd ever had to deal with somebody that really, really had a mouth, she'd have cried all the way. She would have cried in the car. Hey DT, I love you. Thank you so much. Yes, Team Nene all day. I love my
Hmm.
DT. How you feeling, Bookie? How's your mama? You think Kenya smart? Hey, I guess somebody got to.
Now I will say this. I
Yeah, she
believe.
definitely ain't no shade assassin. It's not shade. She okay, like okay, this is my opinion. I feel like she tries to do what Marlo does. Marlo is just better at insulting people. Kenya just tries to insult people, and she's not great at it. It's not shady. It's not witty. It's never funny. Ain't no play on words. It's no punchline. It's just I'ma just spit out an insult, even if it sound dumb. I'ma just put an insult out. Oh, I'm shady. No, the what's shady is the fact that you refuse to wax your top lip. Now that's shady. Now Shannon say I need to watch these shows. I come for the commentary. I just like the way y'all think. I appreciate it. Yeah, her reads are never good. They're always so whack. Vet, you still here? Say, nah, all the reads that Kenneth Kleptomaniac, Krusty Krab Moore just sound like broken glass. Yes,
Oh Lord.
that's what it is, DT. It's so cringe. It's like you cringe every time she tries to insult people. It's just a cringe moment because it don't sound cool, slick, nothing. I ain't never been a Phaedra fan, but Phaedra ain't never made me cringe. When she shades somebody or she reads you, it's slick to the point, like punchline on tilt. Can you jump out there and it's like I think she don't understand the difference between shade and just insulting. And then when Marlo just do the same thing to her, just throw a bunch of horrible insults. Oh, Marlo goes below the belt. Girl, you do too. She just better at it.
I think they get off saying that with Marlo because of her. I think her criminal past allows them because she really doesn't say anything harsher than any of them
Marlo go
say.
there now. Marlo do go there, and I love
But
it.
see,
You
but you
know,
gon' but Kingy, this same woman that you don't want to say, you told her she was the only woman you knew that had a square reader between her legs.
yeah, you done said all that to this lady, but now, Marlo goes below the belt. Girl, you
Yeah,
do too. She just better at it.
you done said some foul stuff to Nene, especially towards the end when y'all was hidden in y'all house behind a computer screen.
Yes, a whole lot of vulgar, vile crap. She's just not as good at it. When she tries to go vulgar, it's just awkward.
And you know what's bad? Actually, when she tries to go, it her job is to antagonize people. That's what her so-called shade be. Just making somebody. She's the type of person that make you want to hit them.
Just dumb stuff. Yeah, Tara, I'm start squatting and walking. I'm on your level. Like, girl, that's not clever or witty. That's like grade school playground crap. DT say all is well. I'm just chilling with the family. The family's good. Mom's 60th birthday and younger sister had her 21st, and work in between, but just happy to be here. Oh, I'm
Right.
so glad. Please tell them we said hey. But yeah, man, for real. The only time I've ever liked her since she been on this show was when she got drunk.
I'm on. Now look, I've told
And
you
I feel bad for that.
she need to drink every episode.
Every freaking episode. The drinking should be in her contract.
And throw yourself on the ground like that and act as your weird cricket one time every season.
Hmm.
And we want to see Lisa Wu come drunk too,
Yes, I like drunk Lisa Wu.
and let her cuss out whoever she feel like cussing out that year.
Yeah, because she made me happy when she got Sonya's 1 3/4 together. I was so sick of 1 3/4.
And couldn't say nothing.
Just sitting there looking dumb.
Now that's the second person that said something to you, and you just sat there. And I believe you must have sat there when Kenya said something to you in that trailer because your husband had to stand up.
And but one thing about it, he may as well sit down. I don't think it's one sister on there gonna let him boss talk them for that strong nose heifer.
Mm-hmm.
PS4L say Kenyon has to have an entire crew to go after Nene and Candy makes me sick. Yeah, for real. Completely sick.
They go after Candy.
No, she said Kenyon need a whole crew to go after Nene, and then she said, and Candy makes her
Oh,
sick.
and Candy. Oh,
Yeah, ain't no comma. We ain't gotta have the best punctuation in the
look.
chat. I have that's why I be trying to translate. Say the only time I like Candace when she went after Kim on the reunion. I didn't like her then because I felt like don't go after her now. You didn't go after her when you was lapping her behind up thinking you was hurting Nene.
Only reason I didn't like that is because she did what she always does. She get mad at you and try to air out your sexual
That's what she
history.
do. That's what she do.
Cause you said that she didn't do nothing to me. Sitting there. First of all, the only one that really got to Kim. I'm not going. I ain't gonna lie to you. I appreciated Kenya in some of that moment with Kim. Okay,
Yeah, I didn't.
you didn't appreciate.
Nope, not even a little bit. Nope, nope, nope. DT say I just want to know what lotions would be suitable for Kennedy Kumquat Christy Moore. Is there a lotion that could lotion her and any ash lovers?
It ain't
I
gonna
told
work.
you, I told you the lotion falls off. If you add some gorilla glue, it won't fall off. About 2 or 3 drops of gorilla glue, close it back up, shake it real fast, and then tell her to use it. I think then it'll stay on.
Because it don't make no sense to be ashy for at least 9 years or so that we done seen on this show.
I'm telling you. That what about that year she was at the reunion and the split was up her thigh? She had nowhere to cross her leg and her thigh was ashy all the way up.
Yeah,
I
that was
said, "Oh
foul.
hell no!"
That was foul there.
I'm
And
like,
she,
"Girl,
and she
what
knew
the
better
hell?"
than that.
If you didn't want to
But
put
the
on no lotion, put on some stockings.
the well, you taught me about her the face stuff that's a woman thing.
Yeah, it is.
Cause they used to clown her bad for, but I think if she would have came on here and been likable, people would have kind of overlooked the face a little bit.
Well, the thing is, if she had been more like open and relatable, just like, you know what? It happens. When you're a woman, it happens. You have hormones, all type of stuff. When you young, you got oily skin. You get older, you get dry, combination skin. All type of stuff can go on. You know what I
See,
mean? It's
but
just life.
she says stuff that make us not back her up, you know, cause somebody say
Right.
you got bad skin. No, I don't.
You do. We sitting up here looking at stucco, and you telling me we don't see it. Girl, we see that. Looking like the ceiling in somebody's house.
uh,
It's not there. You didn't see it. We did see it. And all you got to do is just be real. You know what I'm saying? As women, we can relate to stuff like that. But it's almost like she don't want to be relatable. Well, you heard what she told Marlo. I'm a perfect Barbie. Girl, on what planet?
mm,
Stop living in this delusion. Come back to the real world so we can embrace you, girl. We can't embrace you over there in La La Land.
she definitely told Marlo she was a perfect Barbie.
Oh, oh my. DC, you know I can't read that. But I'm going to leave it up so everybody else can.
Ooh,
Oh,
ooh.
oh.
Me and DT both got to take the YouTube etiquette class.
This is what me and DT do. DT say the crazy stuff, and I put it up there and leave it so people can read it. Oh my God. Yeah, Marlo will tell Kenya about her bad skin and that fake booty. She sure will. Real vicious like too.
And it always hit her.
Oh,
Always hit her hard.
the truth always hits hard.
She almost forgot she couldn't fight last time she
She
said it.
did. And I'm sitting there like, girl, do you know if you mistakenly pinch Marlo, she gonna kill you?
I will F you up.
Yeah, girl, bye.
And Marlo said, I'll put my hands behind the back.
Behind my back.
I
When
said,
I
when
see
somebody,
her do that, I say, Lord, Kenya don't know this girl is inviting her to get beat half to death.
but you saw it was one producer holding King, and Sheree them knew what was up. They was telling Marlo to calm
They were
down.
like, Marlo, don't go out there, don't go out there.
Marlo's,
Come out, but she's worked up, Marlo. Don't go out there. Marlo's like,
Mar,
oh, yeah.
Marlo was waiting for her to breathe too hard, and it felt like she touched her.
Yep. And it was gonna be murder she wrote.
What Marlo was about, and Kenya, but I kept saying please, because Kenya was gonna put Marlo back where she was.
Marlo was gonna go ahead and take her all the way back. DT say
Mm-hmm.
I hear cheesy coochie candy. Ooh.
This man
Is
really.
mad that everybody is coming for her vibrators, even though her entire business is blank toys and orgies. Right. I'm like, how do you want people not to talk about it, and then you still want people to talk about it?
Well, she didn't want nobody to talk about the dungeon, and then she publicized the dungeon
And made a whole business out of it.
and made a business out of it, but was crying when people tried to say she had one.
Right. It's just so disturbing. Everything about her just stank. I
That
just,
could have ruined my whole brand.
girl, your brand is being dirty. How could that ruin your brand? PS4L is that was like Jennifer Williams talking trash to Malaysia. She don't want that smoke. Yeah, Jennifer Williams knows your superpower is putting together nice outfits. It is not fighting.
I believe Kenya could whoop Jennifer Williams.
I don't know. I think they'll have a good time, like swinging
Right?
and grunting, and
Wrote.
neither one of them ain't gonna fight too good. Both of them got on them fake contact lenses. They can't see that great. They gonna think they hitting when they not. It'll be funny
That
to watch two cute
a,
black girls that's too prissy to fight. That'll be cute.
a pulling hair battle.
Yeah, they'll be pulling each other weaves out.
Can you say her 24 inches are real?
I mean, that's cool that you got it. You know, that's nice. Just know that you're not the only black woman with hair, baby. It's not that deep.
But see, that's how she uses it.
They're like, I'm the one with hair. Like, girl, you not the one with nothing.
Yeah, you use it to put them other black women down, like you.
Like you the unicorn. You the
Right.
goddamn you the magical unicorn that's got hair.
Y'all ain't never seen a black person with all this hair.
And there's black girls everywhere with a bunch of hair. They got it braided down right now as we speak with a mean lace front glued to their forehead. Don't ask me why they do it, but that's what's going on.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. PS4L said it wasn't a dungeon, but remember when Candy had to set up for her and Todd in the guest house? For all we know, she could have been calling that her dungeon.
I
DT said,
believe there was
no,
a dungeon.
RHOA. I heard Sheba Sheree needs to pay her PPP loans. Beggars Association Whitfield is going to be lengthening the entire storyline about Cryrone. Can someone just marry Sheree already? Bob already did it. Bob took one for the team. Ain't nobody else got to do it. Now, ain't nobody else got to do that. Sheree looked like somebody that would be miserable to live with. I can't see no
Hmm.
man intentionally living with Sheree. No, for real. The fakeness, the phoniness, the trying too hard. It just looks miserable.
And that always turned me off to Sheree.
Hmm.
Cause you could see she was fake from the time this show started.
Yeah.
And she was another one would have been so much more likable if she would have came on being herself.
Yeah, just be yourself, man. What about Sheree looks manly? She look like that looks like a man to you. Sheree's a nice looking woman. I don't see man with her.
They say Sheree barely looking.
Yeah, that's what PS4L said. She said she looked manly to her. I
I
don't know.
don't think she looked manly. I think those whatever she did to her face, her face looked a lot better before she put fillers or whatever she
Yeah,
did in
don't
it.
do the fillers, but Sheree's never looked manly to me. She's fit. She has good muscle tone. Her skin is nice. Her
They
hair
try
is
to say that
usually.
about her, but I don't appreciate that because I don't too. You
I think
rarely
they're
hear.
doing that because Sheree does have muscle tone and she stay in shape. And the fact that you in shape and have muscle tone to me is not manly. It just means you actually care about yourself and go to the gym. And quite
Hmm.
frankly, I need to care about myself some more and go to the gym some more. I used to, now I can't seem to care. Like I care some days, nephew, but most days I be like, yeah, whatever.
Most days you ain't can.
Most days I don't give a darn. By the time this knee get to hurting and the back get to hurting, I'm like, look here, pass me another biscuit, please, and a Pellegrino. I'm not going nowhere. Mm-mm. Yeah, Sheree has a great shape. Like she's really got it together. Together. Kenya try to pretend to have it together, but Sheree really got it together.
You see, Kenya purposely skipped that workout, that drop it with Drew or whatever it was.
Yeah, she ain't trying to work out. She scared them basketballs gonna bust and leak silicone down her leg. PS4L said her jawline looked really chiseled to me.
Mm.
Mm, I guess. I just see a nice looking lady that works out really good and she wears nice clothes. And usually her hair is good except for that little messy French braid. DT say, see, that's the one thing I can't argue against. She need to pay her PPP loans Whitfield. Her body is good. Oh yeah, facts. Sheree just dresses bad. She looks good. Yeah, she do dress kind of bad, but sometimes she dress neat. It's cute sometimes. Her confessional look is like Elvira. Yeah, sometimes her look be off. You miss working out. I miss being able to work out without hurting. That's what I miss. Like I would pay money if I could work out again and it didn't hurt.
Mm.
So it's like the days when I can work out and just get through it and push through it, then I do it. And some days I can't even get my mind right to go and put myself through that kind of pain. because it's very painful for me to work out now. So some days I can push through it, some days I can't. Lord DT say Kennedy kumquat crunchy cabbage more. Needed silicone in Walmart to make her body look good, and it still don't.
Uh,
It looked like it's just just stuffed and piled in there. But that's all right though. As I say over here, when it's a pretty brown girl, we have to admit she's a pretty girl.
yes, she is.
That's what I could say. Audrey, he's joking. That's the name he's calling her. He's not saying she actually needs to pay them. And all the PPP loans are not forgiven. If you don't turn your paperwork in, if you didn't turn it in on time, they still wouldn't be forgiven. And if them people came back and said you didn't qualify for it, you still wouldn't be forgiven. But he
Oh
was just joking.
Lord.
Renee said that black wig is a no, right? What I do now, Shannon? What I do? Talking about them workouts, but sometimes I really do be hurting so bad I really can't. Like mentally, I cannot because I have to get my mind right to just be like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I don't care if it hurt, I'm gonna do it today. Like I have to be in that type of mindset, or else I'm just like, bump it, give me a biscuit. Just give me a biscuit. Tara say these fake butts getting out of control. I wonder what damage it'll cause later. Girl, I'm scared. Just imagine if you get old and they got to take that stuff out, and instead of you having the old butt you had, now it's just two dents or two cradles back there. Uh-uh.
Excess skin.
Yeah, just a big crater, just a dent where your booty used to be. Say the workouts love. Yeah, I used to love them. Yeah, all of them, especially not the ones. Well, a lot of the people that got them fraudulently still got them forgiven. But like, okay, I think it was. I don't know. It was a lot of them rich people that went and got them, and the people caught on. I know Ruth Chris Steakhouse. It was quite a few of them that the people was like, you was not supposed to get this. Like if somebody blew the whistle on them, you need to pay that back. They had to pay that money back. Khloe Kardashian has removed hers. Well, I told y'all them girls is trying to slowly leave Blackistan. They only got that so they could blackfish. DT say I can ask Kenya where she got her BBL to go donate one to Lisa Tilapia looking renter so she can stop talking before thinking. Oh, you think Lisa Renner needs some cakes? Not the cakes. Look, y'all, we. Oh, you saying the legit business ones? Yeah, yeah, for real. Straight up. Straight up. But yeah, he was just joking. That's DT give people names, and that's the name he gave her. Because it's real funny that Sheree when he got that hot PPP, but Candy when he got one too. Everybody talk about the one Sheree got. Talk about that one Candy when he got.
No, they don't. Candy does no wrong to them.
Uh huh. Candy just is slick. Say the wheelchair market is going to go up in some years. Oh yeah, a lot of people gonna be busting them wheelchairs. They gonna be up there in them wheelchairs talking about we riding spinners. We riding spinners. Yep, black fishing because of whiny Ray J. Ray J started all this mess. Y'all see, Lala say he unleashed this curse, unleashed them harlots on everybody. Yes, sir. Man, look, we done been on here 3 hours, 50 minutes, 53 seconds, and counting. I'm finna get up off of him. Because y'all will sit up in here with me all night, and I appreciate it. Hold on, I gotta get a few more comments. I gotta get a few more because I be scared I'm gonna miss something. See, this how I get stuck on here because I get caught up reading what y'all saying and talking back with y'all. PS4L say if it's money to be gotten, Candy will get it. Sure will. Right, wrong, and indifferent. DT say, oh yeah, I forgot Cheesy Coochie Candy got a big PPP loan too. She didn't use it to buy a generator for the OLG though. Hell no. If she didn't use it right, she wouldn't have been failing them health department inspections.
There you go.
I'm like, what did you do with it? Shannon, this fun. You know what? Any other night, we'd have been on Twitch busting some music. And I really had it in my mind to go over to Twitch and get the music bumping. But oh, Audrey, thank you so much. It's early over there in California. It's right, y'all 2 hours behind. So it's like 150 over there to y'all, right? 350 over here. And 450 on the East Coast.
I
But
know.
I had it in my mind to go over there and bump some music. But then we got on here and started talking and I got comfortable. I said, well, shoot then. Listen, I was so glad to see you tonight, DT. I've been missing you. We done had meetings. I've been taking notes and everything because you've been gone. I ain't seen you. I say, Lord, my baby's sick. I got to do all my notes, and my notes are terrible. They not organized like yours. Hey, Deandra,
What's up?
I ain't know you was up, D. No, Shannon, for real. Like a lot of Fridays, just depending on if I feel well enough, I go over to Twitch, and I had the music bumping, like straight bumping. Last Friday, we was on there to 6 in the morning. No lie, all night long, music just going. It's going on 5, and you supposed to go to work today, girl. What you doing on
Oh,
here?
you should have been off.
You should have been gone. See how black folks be doing. You should have been gone, sis. I'm telling you, if it were not for the fact that we got on here and like we just started chilling, the conversation done flipped up. We done talked about a little bit of everything. I would have been over there on Twitch and the music would have been going. I got caught up in a groove last Friday. I played everything from Switch to Teddy P to Barry White to got done it Johnny Taylor. We had Otis Redding bumping everything.
No,
Had
you
the
took
Black
it.
Love set bumping the
You
whole
took
time.
it. You took it back to the. You took it back to mama. Mom, that's all the stuff my mama used to play.
Yes, sir. Went all the way back. Had some old Smokey playing. Mm-hmm. Some
Ooh,
Lattimore. We had
baby,
everything going.
baby.
Mm-hmm. Shannon, you say I need to get on Twitch. I don't know much about it. It's just like here, it's just less hassle. Like they don't sit there and try to like control every little thing you say. And if you play music, they don't cut your stream. They let you just vibe. And I like that. Yeah, you missed it. Like I don't know why y'all be sleeping on me because we have a good time over here. Oh, you start your new job on Monday, so you might not even work the old job this weekend. I feel you. I feel you. That's why you doing them people like that, because you done got you a new one. You say only 3 hours and 8 minutes to go. I guess I'm counting down. Well, we done kept you company about half your shift, sis. Mm-hmm. Say, yes, ma'am. I've been up. DT, tell mama. And sis, happy birthday. Good to see you. I know that's right. Yeah, Twitch real cool. You saw Smokey in concert 5 years ago and he was good. Okay. Smokey is all right. Smokey is all right, cat. But yeah, we had that music bumping. We started off fast, and once I got in that groove, that was it. That was the end of that. When I say everybody got in that lineup, everybody was in that lineup. It's about, pretty much almost any Friday night we end up over there. If you go on Twitch and then just look for Seanitra, same name. If you follow me, Twitch gives you your notifications. YouTube won't give you your notifications, but Twitch will. You sign up for Twitch, pull up my page and follow me. When I go live and we having a dance party or we over there, as we say in Club Crown, you'll get your notification where you can come chill with us. All right, girl, that working from home will make you blow up your weight. You got to be careful that working from home because you ain't got to get decent. You can eat all the whole time you working. Ain't no wait till you clock out and go to lunch. You can fix you a plate and be eating a whole plate right while you doing your work. For real, a lot of us got messed up on that work from home.
And not a lunch plate, a Sunday meal plate.
Sunday meal plate, yes, complete with red Kool-Aid. Complete with the red Kool-Aid. Nothing missing. Mm-hmm. Look here. I ain't playing with y'all. I ain't playing with y'all. We done did, listen, at this point, it's almost 4 hours. 3 hours, 57 minutes, and 32 seconds. I'm finna get up out of here. For real, for real, for real. I'm finna go. I appreciate y'all in real life. I promise you I do. But we finna get up out of here. Y'all finna get up off this screen. If you gotta go to bed because you gotta go to work, at this point, unless you on the West Coast, I'm gonna say just skip it. Cause you gonna end up late if you go to bed at this point.
Uh,
Just stay up.
having an unpleasant day at work.
Yeah, buddy. But either way, if you ain't gotta work, well, I can't say tomorrow because it's clearly Saturday. Wait a minute. Spiller said she would get fired working from home. I'm through. Listen, y'all, get some rest for real. Please, if you can, if you working, we got you 4 hours into your shift. Now you got a little bit of time left, but we held you down for 4 good hours. Okay, that's the best we could do for the night. We finna get up off of here. King St. Car, thank you for kicking it with me, nephew, on the porch. I love it.
You
I'm
know,
telling you, I'd
always.
be so happy to see you coming because I got somebody that I can hear talk back to me.
You,
Everybody else, I told you they have me on the reading rainbow.
I should have challenged him last time I came on here and said something about it. We got a couple of people.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But it's cool. It's cool. I'll be back tomorrow. Some of you ladies, get your rest because you know it's Bible study on Saturday. Don't sleep on it. I don't care how much we clown tonight. You know what we got to do tomorrow. Y'all get some rest. Hit the like button if you ain't already hit the like button. Thank you for hanging with us for this hot 4 hours. We are 30 seconds from 4 hours. And I appreciate y'all. Have a wonderful Saturday. Say your prayers. Bye, y'all.
How about